Welcome, weary travelers, to another thrilling episode of Arcanarama.
That wasn't planned. We all just joined in, which was a great time.
You did the crash zoom thing, right?
I'm Cameron Holt, artist and YouTuber over at youtube.com/fablefire and Dungeon Master here at Arcanarama. I'm joined as always by the incomparable Arcana crew. Say friend in Elvish, Arcana crew. Kitty got it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Before we begin...
I don't know Elvish. What if I said, I don't know, fuck you in Elvish? That'd be rude.
No, elves love it when you say fuck you.
Before we begin, we have some announcements to get through. Firstly, we will be off for the next 2 weeks. That is the September 10th and September 17th, but we'll be back in action on September 24th with the Order of Heralds one-shot, where we'll explore the dangers and wonder of the courier system of Kavora, with special guest, the Gilded Rogue themselves, McCall Clark, a.k.a. Cookie Dog.
Cookie dog!
Time off is a great opportunity to catch up on past episodes over on our YouTube channel, and you can also subscribe while you're there to support what we do and help us to finally get that sweet YouTube URL. Tonight's... Sorry. That's okay. Tonight's stream is a very, very special one. It is our farewell stream for Miranda. They're off on a new adventure of their own, moving to Washington State, and we couldn't be more excited for the opportunities awaiting our one-of-a-kind friend. That said...
But how dare you?
That said, if you still want to experience the sweet, sweet Miranda goodness, fear not.
Get these cackles.
All the more reason to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we have got an all-new actual play podcast coming soon. With more on that, I'm going to pass it over to Taylor to tell you what's in store for the new show that he will be running, as well as a little bit about our sponsors for the evening. Take it away, Taylor.
The new show is going to be called Frontier. If you like D&D and you like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and you like Next Gen and you like space, it's all there. It's all going to be there, and you're going to be there too. The players will be navigating space and navigating the economy that comes with traveling through space. That's all I can say for now.
You're gonna make us pay money to travel?
Yeah.
He's gonna make us show up with cash every time we come to play.
It's fun. I've been writing a bunch of stuff and hybridizing ship systems and stuff, and it's fun. It should be fun.
And we'll play Yahtzee, so you could win the pot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll put $20 on the table and just look at all of you.
Oh.
And at the end of every game, I'll pick it back up and be like, nope, you guys didn't do it.
I would fight somebody for $20, to be honest.
Wait, just a bite? I do that for free. That's easy.
As
Bite?
per our
Bite?
sponsors,
To get them to release it.
one of them is the Gilded Rogue, who you just heard about. They do, yeah, they do shirts and pillows and pants and cups and website. And you should go to the website and buy things, because when you do, they plant a tree, and you get to learn about it. So go and buy a forest of merch. And then it's more fun comics and games.
More fun.
It's the best comic book shop in Denton, and I haven't checked all the others, but I'm pretty sure this is the best one.
It's the
in
most
Denton.
fun, for sure.
Yeah, they put it
Is
in the
it
title.
more fun than others? More fun.
They've supplied us with these giveaways that we give to you every week. And this one is Snowbound this time. It comes with 4 pre-painted minis from WizKids, and we don't know what it is, and you won't either until you tell us to open it. We're probably just going to open it. It's your last. You're just going to open
Whoever
it.
wins today gets to know that all of their minis have been touched by Miranda's hands.
Yeah.
And that's you're going to learn how to win that if you're a follower and not from Quebec, from Cameron in a bit. But for now, let me throw it over to Cameron so he can throw it to Kitty.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm Cameron. Kitty, take it away.
I'm Kitty. Thanks, Cameron and Taylor. So, guess what? Also on the Gilded Rogue, we have merch. We have our own little section of strictly Arcanarama merch. We've got shirts, we got zip-up hoodies, I think, that were specifically requested. Those are on there. Mm-hmm. Mugs, all kinds of things. We're going to have more things up there soon.
Yeah.
And so that's at the Gilded Rogue. There are also links in our About section and on our website, arcanaramashow.com. That also includes things like character bios and our personal bios and, things that you might want to learn about us in the show. You can find there.
Photos of us.
There are pictures. In
We'll
case
just-
you forget.
We'll have to change Miranda's photo to like real small because she's so far away.
We'll just hide it around the website. So every time you go to the website, Miranda is in a different place watching you.
Like our little survey, our secret survey.
Oh no.
Secrets.
Someone else have to come up with a puzzle.
Yeah. And that's merch.
Thanks, Katie.
Yeah.
Sam, where can they find us on social media?
In our About section. No, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we are at Arcanarama Show. On TikTok, we are at Arcanarama. We post pictures, announcements, clips, previously ons, art sometimes, behind-the-scenes photos, etc., etc. In our About section, there are also links to all of those, as well as a link to our Discord, where all of our friends here in the audience hang out. We hang out, we talk about food, we talk about anime, we talk about changes coming to D&D and tabletop as a whole. We talk about pets. You can see all of our pets. We would like to see your pets. We like fish, lizards, birds, dogs,
have a
cats.
snake?
If you have a snake, I will look at it. I will praise your smooth dog. And that's our social media. Is there anything I missed?
No, I think that was perfect. No, it was flawless.
Never give me notes I will not accept.
Oh, a special shout out to We Firm. We love you a whole bunch.
do love
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
sorry about Stormtrooper, buddy.
Aw.
Oh.
Such a good.
So, as Taylor mentioned earlier, our first giveaway of the evening is being provided by our wonderful sponsor, More Fun Comics and Games, our local comic book shop here in North Texas. And I'll tell you how to enter to win that giveaway when we go to our first and only break of the session. When we come back, we'll announce the winner. And then we'll tell you how to enter for our second giveaway of the evening. This beautiful set of handmade Fablefire dice. The Electric Glacia from Fablefire. That's me. I made them myself. They're
They're
hand
being
sanded.
jiggled.
Ooh, they jingle. They jangle. They roll with numbers.
What do they look like? Can you describe it with your eyes and mouth?
Just your eyes. Describe it with your eyes.
Does anybody know Morse code?
Oh,
Yeah.
SOS.
What is SOS?
It's like 3 fast taps, 3 slow, and then 3 fast taps. So you can like do it with a flashlight or like with knocks or anything.
I got
Good
it.
to know.
Useful.
And they're all in there.
And they're all in there.
And they're all in there.
They're beautiful yellow and blue swirled through clear resin dice. They're lovely, and we're giving them away for free to
Tell
a
your
special
friends.
special follower.
Because they were in our house for 13 seconds, 1 dog hair got in the bag.
Oh, that's
it is.
extra.
You can clone the tavern dog.
Honestly, probably there are some
Oh
dog
my
hairs in there, but our pets are black, so you wouldn't know because the bag is also black.
Listen, if you clone a pepper, I get a pepper.
You could just take this one.
She would love Washington.
She would.
Probably.
Rain's too much.
Oh yeah, she'd actually hate it
She
there.
would hate it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Why?
Rain.
Thunderstorms.
rain.
Yeah.
Rain all the time.
It's the national capital of pressure cookers. That's why she hates it.
We are actually we're at 196 followers here.
Did we get another one?
We did 15 hours ago. I'm gonna go ahead and shout him out because I can. Alcatraz
Yeah.
followed 16 hours ago now. When we hit 200 followers, we're going to be doing a very, very special charity stream where we're going to go through the monster manual page by page and redraw all of the monsters, but sexy.
Butt sexy.
Butt
Butt
sexy.
sexy.
Chest sexy. Face sexy. All
Heart
the different
sexy.
types of sexuality.
Elbow sexy.
So if you like D&D and you love a well-placed bulge, follow us right
Follow
now.
Arcanarama. Just Arcanarama.
See, every time we talk about the art streams, you go, yeah, we do well-placed bulges, am I right? Eyebrow wiggle. And then we get on the art streams and you yell at me for talking about bulges. You yell at me.
I've never yelled a day in my life.
He shouts upon me.
We all screamed 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, Cameron has never shouted at me, but emotionally, he's screaming.
So look forward to that. Follow us if you haven't already. Tell your friends. Get everyone involved. It's going to be
about the bulge.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be for a good cause.
We're going to call in Miranda. She's going to be there.
Yeah.
Making bulges.
More on that. More on that as it happens. But for now, it's time to throw it over to Miranda for Miranda's last live vibe check.
Okay, so wait.
Oh, yeah, you're
first
gonna
off,
do it.
yeah, someo's doing the vibe check. Someone just takes up the vibe check.
Yeah, but it's your last live.
Oh, okay.
You can do vibe checks from chat. You can.
Yeah,
you can still
exactly.
Do
That's true. And you can do vibe checks in chat too. Take it away, Miranda.
By doing exclamation point vibe check in the chat, you can roll your own vibe check. Tell me what your vibes are. How are your vibes? How's everything?
You gotta pick my dice.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. I want to go with my favorite. So the black and gold guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Or are those the... They were... No! On the last day?
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, BT dubs. Hey, it's Virgo season. Happy birthday, Virgo babies. Sagittarius moon. It's in like a first half, so like nothing is like super happening. But like, oh my god, I bet you're having a good time.
We got an
Show
8.
everyone you're having a good time.
We got an 18 as a channel in the
Sick.
chat.
What'd you do? Oh, blah blah blah.
9.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. No, great. I rolled a 7 last weekend. It was like real fancy.
Lucky 7, I remember.
I think we just got a special... The hype train emoji.
Oh, cool.
Choo choo.
It's a little wolf guy with a heart.
That's fun.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for hopping on the hype train.
Thanks for hyping so good.
We're still
Hey,
trying to
yo.
figure out what that
Did you get a
means.
1?
I got a 1, yes.
Yeah, rough stuff. I got 19.
19?
I got 19.
Nice.
I got 19.
I'm soaking up all of your bad luck.
I got a 17.
Sick.
How
Just gonna
dare.
let us
Oh, did it like parkour that far over your
I
deck?
threw it into the dice tray and bounced it onto that table.
live. Can you roll into prison? You know, like as like if it's a bad dice and you're like, you know what, you're in trouble and you roll it in there, it's just like maybe one more try. You have
Yeah.
If it lands on a 20 in the prison, it gets to come back
gets to
out.
come back out.
I like those rules.
Yeah.
With all that out of the way, it's time to liberate an underwater city under siege in tonight's episode of Arcanarama.
Under the siege.
Previously on Arcanarama. The Mistwalkers teamed up with Hazel the Changeling and Spark the Kenku in an attempt to infiltrate Altanen under the guise of being traveling merchants. However, when it came down to having to relinquish their magical items, the party decided to cut and run before things got out of hand. After a quick regroup, they decided to instead purchase 2 potions of water breathing from Hazel and make their way into the city through the fully submerged Undertow district. While traveling in the darkened depths of the ocean by night, the group witnessed the devastating power and accuracy of the city's wall-mounted ballista, but ultimately made it into the city unharmed and undetected. Once inside, the party discovered that a number of the city's inhabitants were trapped within the besieged Undertow district, with cannon fire, arrows, and bolts on one side, and the promise of ballista rounds on the other. With the townsfolk quickly running out of food, the Mistwalkers have hatched a plan to disable a number of the ballistae and liberate the trapped and terrified people of Altanen's Undertow district. Will the Mistwalkers succeed in completing their first publicly heroic act? What dangers are unaccounted for in their watertight plans? Will everyone make it out of Altanen alive? Find out right now on Arcanarama. We begin pretty close to where we left off. You had all just taken a long rest and leveled up. Don't forget to roll your hit points if you haven't done that yet.
I think I remembered to do that.
Cool. You all awaken in the small air bubble inside of the building in the Undertow district where you found your rest. As you awaken, stepping through the doorway that you initially came in through is the familiar visage of Mantis, the mantis shrimp Triton, who steps in, tail trailing behind, with a crate in his hands. As he sets it down, he sees all of you kind of rousing, except for probably Rabbit, who has been awake for 4 hours already. Speaking of...
Staring into the darkness.
Yeah. Is there anything that Rabbit got up to in that 4 hours time? Or you just been chilling?
Probably I've just been going over the map that we marked all up last time to make sure that I don't miss any steps. Because Samantha, the person, is also doing that.
Wonderful.
Chill.
All right. He places the crate down. Morning. I've got the bubble veils here. They should give you an extra 24 hours of breathing time under the water. They should also make it more easy for you to communicate with one another when you're beneath the waves.
Oh, good.
They last for 24 hours, and then if you leave them within an oxygenated area for another hour, once they've been depleted, they will refill. So.
Oh.
I hope your people didn't have too much trouble getting them.
No, I got these myself. I knew my way to the warehouse. It was easier to get there quietly as a singular entity.
Just going back over, we know all of our roles, right? Like what we're intended to do for the plan, right?
Yes, the
I'll be
two of you will be taken out.
Taking the wall,
Ballista. The two of us will be,
escorting the people through the city up against the wall.
yes, and then the last people out will kind of help carry us a bit faster than we normally could swim.
Yes, myself and Nori, I believe.
And then the four of us will be meeting at the cart? Or are we gonna just get as far away as we can?
I believe the current plan was to try and just get as far away as we can, because it might be kind of a shit show pretty much as soon as we get up to the top of the wall. Probably.
Probably.
It's worth noting, there is the issue of the ballista atop the walls is the main concern, but there are archers there as well. So
They'll probably also have a hard time once we do what we do.
that's what we're counting on.
Right.
The ones that could reach you, at least.
Right.
We can iron it out a bit more, right, Rabbit? As far as what, you can't see through,
I can't
The
see
veil
through the
that
darkness
opened.
once
Okay.
it's there.
so we'll have to pace that out a bit more.
I'll probably... You said that you could handle everything happening inside the darkness since nobody can see in there, except you.
Right.
So if you handle those two, I can handle the ones just outside.
You have to clarify, could you? Show me on the map?
Disabling the ballistas. Right. Okay, so there's... You also have the map, right? I don't have to actually hold this up?
Kitty does. My phone causes interference on the microphone.
No worries.
My
So-
phone causes.
So there's... The gate that we're leaving from is the northernmost gate closest to the shore.
Right.
There are 2 ballista and crew on either side of that gate, right on top of it.
Atop the bastions, yes.
The bastions. That's where we'll be cast in darkness.
Right.
On the outside of either one of those, not too far off, are 2 other ballista and crews.
You'll take the outside ones.
I'll take the outside ones, if you can take the inside ones.
Do we know how large that gap is between the 2 ballistae?
Yes. He kind of like pulls out a little notebook and flips through a couple of pages. The walls are 100 feet high. Bastions stretch an extra 10 feet higher than that. The 2 ballista atop the bastions are about 50 feet apart, and each has another ballista on the battlements of the walls themselves another 70 feet out.
That's a big gap.
I might have to go down and then back up. I thought I might be able to jump it. I could jump to the wall and then climb. I mean, they'll both be in darkness.
It might be
hopefully.
easier. If they're both in darkness, you can move around a little more freely. But it might be fastest for you to, and less risky, for you to just plan on jumping down into the water and then back up the other side.
Right. Okay. I think I'm all set. If everyone else is.
Can you think of any way that if something happens and the two of you get in trouble up top, that we might be able to help?
I'm going to, if anything goes sour, I'll probably jump directly into the water close
My
to the
plan
wall.
is if there's anything I can't handle, I'm just going straight into the water and following after the rest of you lot.
Right. And would a fall that far hurt you?
No.
Hoping to do it gracefully.
Okay.
I might throw a stone in front of me or something.
How high did you say we were?
100 feet.
100 feet?
Mm-hmm. That's wall to ocean, not wall to seafloor.
Right. No, I should be alright. I feel good about it.
I think my friend would help. Slow my fall, if I could say.
That's good.
I can fly.
If I'm not mistaken, we were planning to carry this out after the sun sets, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Is there anything that we could help you do during the day? Albeit probably a bit clumsily.
Well, my plans mostly consist of traveling around to the warehouse strongholds that we have set up, and I did spread the word throughout the evening to the various leaders, you could say, within these smaller communities to spread the word of our plan. But we may have fewer numbers than I initially intended. I told you that there were 270 of us total. From what I've heard, some of us aren't willing to leave our homes behind. A lot of people were born here, spent their entire lives here. They aren't just going to run away, they say. But the benefit to that is those of us who are leaving, if it is the majority, gives them extra days of food and rations to make it until help can arrive from outside the walls.
Gives the state cause to believe that there's no one left
Right.
inside, so maybe they won't be,
Of course. Well,
being shot at every day.
hopefully not. And I haven't seen any of them come into the water themselves, so I don't know that they have the means to do so. Most of those are within the Undertow district itself, within the warehouses. A lot of these veils that I've just handed out to you. It's possible they may do a sweep through the city after the incident, but it's a risk that some of us are willing to take, I guess.
Right. So we'll just try to gather forces and get back as quickly as we can.
Right. My current plan for the day leading up to the event is to travel around to the warehouses, start transporting those who are willing towards the walls and the buildings along the walls as quietly as possible in small groups, and trying to convince everyone that I can that this is the right choice.
Do you have a way to get in contact with anyone who might want to return once the hopeful takeover is complete?
I don't in particular, but
I mean, word tends to spread on its own, I suppose, but
of course, but we don't know what other cities are in similar predicaments. There hasn't been a lot of communication in and out of Altanen in the last few days.
mm-hmm.
There's been talk of Dorfalos, which will be easier for us to do than it would for those of you who are used to living on the surface. Perhaps I can spread word for those of us fleeing to, after we scatter, regroup in Dorfalos. And
Do you have allies in Dorfalos?
do we?
Mm-hmm.
I have never left Altanen before.
Could be something we could do. Scan, check ahead, right?
Right. Or
We could do
go
it
to Dorfalos
by
and-
ground.
and perhaps if if you get word that the city is safe to return to, that's where you could send the word.
We should
Alright.
try and stop by Mossendale, though, since it's the closest city. Make sure they're aware of what's going on here.
Right.
But they may be able to send communications ahead of us faster than we could. I've heard about some heralds. Send important mail.
That sounds promising.
I hear they're great. They won't let a piece of mail get stolen.
Yeah, something you shouldn't miss.
All right, well,
I'm
I'm
proud
going to
of
go ahead and
myself.
get started. I've got a lot of bodies to move.
Understood.
Good luck to all of you. We'll see you when the sun sets.
Yes.
Is there some sort of, I don't know, some sort of, what's the term I'm looking for? Signal that you can give so that we'll know.
When the bastions have two very dark orbs over them.
It'll be nighttime, and from underwater it could be hard to see.
I won't be able to see the top of the
Is
walls
there-
in darkness.
Out of
Well, with the torches lit,
But how
perhaps.
much would it ruin our plans? Do you have enough people amongst your leaders, as you put it, to communicate efficiently, perhaps without our two friends here?
Oh,
No.
I mean, we have these.
We do have these.
I mean, we can spread word quickly. Once the majority of the crowd sees that the charge has begun, they will,
right.
include
I'm asking
themselves.
If, quite possibly, if we could borrow these two, we could send a light signal off the top down to the water.
But that might light up sort of the area where everyone will
That's
be
true.
fleeing
They
from.
need to not be seen.
Right.
You could leave them with one of the rings.
We could do it from the second ballistas, on the outer ballistas that will be attacking.
Theoretically, even if the word can be given to us either through some sort of bright flash of light in the sky or some sort of signal, then we can just yell amongst ourselves. The chances of them hearing us above the waves are slim.
I mean, if we get everyone lined up like we were talking about against the wall, I think our original plan is that when the two of you are about halfway up the wall, we would be at the gate and say, okay, now.
Right.
And people would notice the people in front of them starting to go.
Right.
If that, I mean, it would be more silent.
That would probably, I guess we don't want anything that could be seen from the city.
It should look like an assault on the
Ballista.
armaments, yeah, but not
Somebody coming over the wall, not under it.
right.
That's true. Yeah, so we'll communicate with these two from above.
All right. And we'll spread the word. I'll get everyone in positions in the buildings near those gates.
Wonderful.
Mantis takes his leave, exiting back through the door. Actually, no, he hops down over the balcony into the water-filled kind of warehouse area and begins informing this warehouse first.
Okay.
Just amongst us. Is everybody comfortable?
No.
Great, me neither.
I mean,
I think it's going to go great. Seems like a very well thought out plan. You've covered all of your bases.
Thank you, Nori. You're very positive. Helps.
Except for the archers.
Well, how far can an archer actually reach?
Right? Arrows, I don't imagine, can pierce the ocean incredibly far.
Well,
I imagine they
Remain
probably put their weaker
efficacy.
archers on
Do
the
either of
ocean
you
side.
use a bow?
yes, I believe both of us.
About how far can it realistically launch efficiently?
Honestly, about 320 feet.
Well,
Not super well.
What is the
accurately, I suppose I'm asking.
Best
Before
with an 80?
disadvantage. Yeah.
Only 80 feet before you're shit on accuracy.
That's a hand crossbow, I believe.
Light.
Yeah, light crossbow. Heavy crossbows have quite a larger distance.
150 or
But they've got archers.
I think heavy crossbows can, with disadvantage, go out to 300.
Oh yeah, with this.
I think even a good bowman, archer is what they're called typically. Bowman is acceptable. Is an acceptable term. All right. This accent fucks with the words I choose, it seems. Even a good archer in darkness who can see in the dark would be fighting against hell to try and actually hit something in the water moving at night.
Was more or less referring to us.
Us? Oh, my plan was to try very hard not to die. Was about all I had. Did you have anything better?
No.
Honestly, I think our best move truly is
Truly?
if we can't get past the first endarkened ballista without getting maimed, give up on the second ones. They can't hit from that far anyway.
Right.
And it's going to be hard to move
Well,
them.
If we're having trouble with those two, and there's a bit more trouble up there than we had anticipated, we should go to the one most northerly, the top one, because that one can't.
That's
reach.
going to be the closest
Yeah.
one, I agree.
So both of us taking that one on should do.
Even if we're just flinging bodies into the Undertow district,
Right.
they're not great swimmers, I bet.
We'll figure it out at the wall.
I mean, I think the main issue is that neither of us will be able to help from in the water.
Right.
Maybe we could... They had a lot of spears that they were using to arm themselves from one of the weapons warehouses. Maybe we could just, stick them up in different parts of the Undertow district near the wall so that when you toss someone over the side, there's just a sea of spikes to land upon.
That could be a good approach to take right now. But again, once you fall into the water, everything slows down.
But
I think you could
Also,
still
we
get
need
a
to
pretty
exit
good
through the water.
fatality out of that.
All right, let's do that. That's a good thing for us to do while we're just kind of chewing our fingers off.
we also
during the
need
day.
to exit the wall potentially as well.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's super. But we're going to be exiting off the other
yes,
side.
I was thinking you'd put them on the inside of the Undertow.
Right.
We want to throw people onto the other side of the wall so as
Just
not to
making
raise
sure that was
suspicion.
clear. I figured. I probably
No, I
wouldn't have thought of that, and then, all the spears are out, then I would have been looking over the wall.
Especially-
Thinking, is this the side that the spears are on?
How are the two of you planning to get up to the top of the wall?
I think I was going to climb. I think that was going to be my. I've seen you do things.
Right.
I'll find a way. Have to do some negotiating.
Climbing is going to be our stealthiest option, but we could fly if we needed to.
What helps you guys climb?
Well,
Maybe I could help.
I just kind of visualize myself on top of things, and then I run really fast.
So, maybe like a strength skill or like a dexterity skill? Because I could potentially make it better.
Being more nimble never hurts.
I can do it twice.
I wouldn't say no.
I wouldn't say no either.
You just gotta find me within an hour of the go time.
We'll
That
probably all
could
head
also
towards
be
the wall together.
helpful if we find ourselves in a situation where we
That's
need
true.
To climb.
I feel pretty confident I'm not going to need the help climbing.
I think.
And I don't think you are either.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I just have to.
You see
Talk to a
Silas's
shadow.
You see Silas's shadow as if it were being projected by a light beneath him, casting itself up into this kind of bent Spider-Man pose, in the 90 degrees of, or no, this would be a curved ceiling to this area, just kind of along that curved ceiling, just
I think he's ready. I think he's excited.
Yeah, we both need to go up there though. He can climb all he wants.
Some of us just need, you need a goal to motivate you.
Don't die. No, that's a different.
No, that's a good goal. That's a strong goal.
Fantastic goal.
Live.
Right. A goal.
I think hold on to those in the event that you all end up in a pickle down below, because just like you all, it's going to be hard for us to help you.
Yeah.
while being shot at.
If it goes to shit down there, though, let us know, right?
Yes. Were there any rafts or...
She said rafts.
Yeah.
So make sure we got that clean.
Were they above, like on the shore?
Just around.
There were some docks.
Where are they located?
They're on the map.
I'm just thinking if we do need to
Maybe not.
help out with our bows or something, it might be nice to have a solid surface to stand on without having to get onto the shore where guards could be coming from inside the city.
If we're on the wall long enough for you two to get a raft and set up in position to fire bows, we're already dead.
Yeah, we're dead.
You might as well run for your lives.
Right.
We should be a minute tops. If we're longer than a minute, you might as well move on. Say your prayers.
So if they do, once they eventually realize what's happening down in the sea, they will likely be pulling guards out from the gate on the inside and onto the beach, where those archers would definitely be able to reach us.
Right.
But could they see you?
By the time
There's
they
surf,
mobilize-
There's water. They don't seem to like the water.
By the time they mobilize, hopefully we'll already be clear. You'll already be clear with the help of
And they'll be
Tritons.
firing blindly at people that are born literally in the water. So.
Fortunately, in this scenario, the people escaping can get as low to the ocean floor as they can.
They can also go outwards
And
away
out.
from the shore.
Does
And-
anybody else still get the ear thing? Mine pops so incessantly whenever
It does hurt. I hear if you kind of like chew something, it helps.
The tongue? Or,
Like a.
Like some pork.
okay, I'll just.
I've got
just grab-
some.
Oh, do you have any pork now? Of course.
Like
Oh, right, yes.
a haunch.
Do you need a haunch?
Is your back okay?
It's fine. I've got this little bag.
Okay. just a haunch of pork. Hanging out.
But yeah, no, the Tritons can get out as far or as deep as they need to go in order to avoid anybody on the shore or on the wall.
But as far as we are concerned,
You'll be with them.
They'll be hanging on
yes.
to, hopefully, the stronger ones.
But if we haven't even gotten half of the people out that need to be getting out, and we're waiting for someone to take us at the end, would it be beneficial for us to hold off any sort of guards at the shore to let the civilians escape?
I suppose.
I honestly think you'll be fine. We can sit here and play what ifs all we want. I don't think the stake are equipped to
I think that
deal with an actual aquatic exit.
the
from the
first.
city.
So, we'll be set in darkness to the first two, correct? Most likely, what the next two are going to do on the outside is head towards those first two to determine what's going on. The next two behind them may not even notice that that's occurred. Either way, we've got time before everybody's figured out what's happened. Hopefully, we can get everybody clear by then.
There was
Because they're not going to be focusing on the dark water that they can't see into. They're going to be focusing on
us.
The torches that go out.
the
Yeah,
torches that
I
go out
think-
and the screaming.
They would have to be able to know that we're trying to mobilize people out to try to even attack us. And if we've done our due diligence in making sure that we're all being quiet and stealthy about this, the townspeople will be as close to the bottom as possible. So, I mean, I think we should be in the clear.
Worst case scenario for you two is actually that we lose you in attempting to circumvent anything.
Right, that's.
But we
sort
know-
of- I want to be sure that we don't underestimate them,
Right.
and I don't want to. I want to bring up these what if type of situations so that
Right.
if something were to arise, would you all prefer that I not go on shore and fight and stay in the water instead?
Stay in the water if you can.
You'll be backed up to the
Even if all four of
Who knows
us
how
can
many-
reconvene, we're not enough to take on an army. So the best case
It's
is
not our preferred terrain either.
to, as soon as we have a moment to think and we know that we're clear, is to meet up with each other via these rings and determine are we meeting at the cart or in Mossendale.
And that depends on the situation at which we're leaving.
Grip it and rip it.
yes.
If we're going to go with what ifs, what if one of those buggers has one of those necklaces that seemed to dispel my darkness last time? It's not a big deal. It's still a fight that I think we could win, but...
Well, especially since our only goal in the fight is disabling their big gun.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that happened. Did everybody that we met in the Silver Stake have one of those necklaces?
No.
Could we determine, is it high-ranking members? Is it anybody who fights?
Make a history check.
14.
14? 14's not bad. You remember the day before that there were only maybe like 3 people within the 30 people guarding the Baleen Gate to Altanen that had those on. Some of
Out
them
of how many?
out of 30.
Out of 30.
Yeah.
At one gate.
At one gate, about 3 of them had those medallions.
Shit.
But most of those people weren't even wearing like Silver Stake garb. They were dressed like city guard.
So perhaps any captains... There could be some,
That said, we should probably one darkness at a time.
in case
We
one
lose
of them fails.
That way we could deal with one and then both of us take out the other and just guarantee 2 of them are taken, right?
Right.
They said that they brought in some of those experiments or monsters or whatnot to attack the city, and then they followed in and slayed the beasts and took over.
Right.
Do you think they really killed all of those creations, or do you think that there might be some around?
If that's the case, that's...
I'm more worried about that than anything
Yeah.
else.
If that's the case, I'm not on the wall anymore.
But if they don't want the people here to know that they have them, they're not going to put them on the wall where anybody could see them.
Why haven't they sent them
Right.
into the water already, you know? If they're that much of a threat.
Right.
Well, I don't know if I mean,
I think as long as we don't linger too long, we're not in danger of running into one.
right, the experiments that we've come across are more,
I'm just saying,
And-
if they wanted to really take siege to every part of the city, they would have sent those down here, right?
Right. And again, as Silas said, the instant things start to look like they're more hairy than the 2 of us can handle on our own, we're in the water.
Yeah, we'll just help
Right.
you escort people.
We'll just try and move faster and closer to the bottom of the ocean.
right. Well, it seems like it'll all work out.
I feel trepidatious about it. But I'm working on my breathing exercises to feel better about it. I just go, and then I feel a little bit better. I suggest it to everybody.
So, after that conversation, you all have about 15 hours until go time.
I think we're gonna start with the spike thing, right? On the inner wall. How did everybody feel about that?
The spikes?
Any jumping we'll be doing will be to the outer wall.
Right, but how deep? You know, how tall are these spikes versus how close to the surface of the water? As you said, things hit the water, then tend
That's
to slow
true.
down. These spikes would have to be... How deep was it? Closer to the wall. I slipped.
It's about 60 feet. It's about... Hang on.
Maybe if we could make a
No, it's closer to 40. It's about
We can make a
3
small-
stories and some change.
barge with spikes on them.
Oh, but they'll notice us putting it out.
Yeah. I think 60 feet might be a bit...
It might be a bit.
They would have to be
hopeful.
55-foot spikes.
And we'd be disarming the townsfolk. Maybe we should skip this part.
That's true. All right, I liked it in
It was
theory.
a fun thought, though.
It was a very
fantastic,
fun
yeah.
We'll
thought.
try it sometime.
I liked the image.
We'll tuck that one away for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe tucked into the wall or something, right?
Yeah.
And they're sticking out of the walls. They can brush it on
Right,
the way
but
down.
anything that we do that they can see us doing
Yeah, I'm just
puts
saying.
us in danger.
I'm not trying to put a good idea to waste. Is what I'm saying.
If you do get in a precarious situation up there, you do still have that giant's strength.
Yeah.
That, we don't have to punch a hole in the wall, but you could punch a hole in some armor, maybe.
I don't have to worry about the gap. I've got him.
Can you fly?
I can just go over there.
Oh, right!
It's like we kind of live there, right?
Into the,
So
right.
Completely space.
It's so crazy how when you're really stressed about something, you forget very obvious
It's
things.
usually in the moment when I'm kind of like, I'm gonna say in a rage might sound a bit wrong, but that's when things kind of become clearer.
I
No,
feel
right.
like we've all grown a lot.
In the
I
zone.
feel like I remember when I met you all, we could all barely do anything. We were tripping over ourselves like crazy.
I still feel that way. But
it's
we've only
okay
just
there.
met.
No, I think we tripped over you.
We
Right.
did, literally.
What is your role in
Is
this?
there-
You're going to be helping the...
I'll be, yes, more just escorting people out of the walls and waiting for, I believe, you to jump into the water, and then I will grab you and pull you along.
Right. Okay, I'm going to go work on my wall climbing.
Do you want help?
I don't know. I'm going to see how far I can get with... Where'd he go?
I'll
Him.
come along in case you need the assist
Yeah, right.
technique.
Yeah.
And that is me saying that I will be assisting in the technique.
100%. All right. So, since there are about 15 hours until go time, you guys have time to work on some any plans that you have for the situation, and also if you have any downtime activities that you're trying to work on, you can do that as well.
How many of those? One?
One downtime activity, and well, let's put it this way: we'll say you can have one downtime activity and another activity if there's something else you wanted to check out or look into, or you can take two downtime activities if you're just chilling.
I think I'm going to figure out the wall thing. It came with the upgrade. I'm just trying to story it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
That,
I'm
it doesn't
gonna roll
take.
for it as well.
Yeah, for that it doesn't take very long at all, because now having that extra level in monk, working with rabbits, you find that you are both incredibly capable of just scaling walls.
I thought it'd be cool if like my shadow looked like it was on water, like it was my reflection, like perspective wise. Like if when I stood on the wall, the shadow went like through the wall, like it was a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be weird.
fun.
It's actually really hard to imagine for me currently.
I like that.
No, I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Right? Like you're
Like
standing
as
on
though you're, instead of like
like the
it's
shadow
not a
projects
glassy
differently
surface,
Yeah.
but it
to whoever
seems
is
like
viewing
is.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, like our feet are connected perfectly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it were noon, but your shadow went through the ground.
Yeah. Sometimes at the beginning he fucks with you and he's like hands to your feet, like he's holding you against the wall.
Okay.
But you do
100
quickly
feet, buddy.
you do quickly find out that you have to remain in motion to make any progress.
Okay.
I'll be matching your speed when we do this for real to make sure
Right.
we're hitting at the same time.
Can do.
What's everybody else up to?
I
gonna
would
count
like
that as my
to
friend.
try to roll for my strength score and just like swim some laps.
Yeah, I'd say you can make this one with advantage
Oh.
because Rabbit's helping you.
I just met it, but we'll see if I get a.
Yeah,
crit?
good crit.
Nope. It's actually worse.
You make so many crits that every time it's like, let's see if you crit. I just assume you will.
Let's see if.
And when me and Miranda roll, I assume we will roll ones.
Yeah.
And
What is-
Kitty will roll twos.
What does that
But two
bring
twos.
you
Two
up to?
16 is the next one. It has to end on a nat 20. Still don't know what it's going to do, but I'm excited.
That's cruel and unusual.
Yeah. Should have like a week of downtime so I could just knock it out.
Chula, you doing some
Like a
push-ups?
time skip.
Yes.
I do get to add persuasion though, but I don't think I have any. I just it's just something fun to say.
That was 19.
Oy
I
vey.
20.
We're so close.
So close. You can try again if you want to use your second downtime.
Yes, I do.
Double the downtime, double and down.
Double the downtime, double. I did it!
Fuck yeah!
Fuck out of here. Hell yeah.
Now
Fuck
I
yeah.
can figure out how to do this. Okay, so now I will have a +1 to strength instead of a +0. And if
Hell
I'm
yeah.
swiming or
I'm
quimming,
slamming.
then I will have a +6. You know what
I don't
I'm
know.
saying?
I don't know what quimming is, but I never want to. So yeah, you'll go.
no.
You'll go into
Somebody
edits.
in the chat.
I'm having one.
You'll go in,
How can you leave?
so you'll go into your edit character and your ability scores.
Oh, and just change it
And
at
just
the
yeah, add 1 to your strength modifier.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. That's
How do you
rad
make
as
your
hell.
handwriting so clean on this?
I only write in capitals because I'm dyslexic.
I remember when you told me you can add persuasion to these. I was like, oh hell yeah! And then I went and looked. I was like, you fucking. You know I got a 0.
I don't have all of your stats memorized.
I'm so strong now.
You're fucking doing it.
Rabbits. I will say that working with Silas, it takes up less than an hour of your time because he's a very fast learner. So if you have anything that you would like to get up to, you
I
can.
only punched the wall once. What are you working on?
Gains, Silas, gains.
She says with a long cigarette.
Ever.
Gains.
That's a shirt that I need, personally.
Can I try and I would like to try and scout the perimeter of the city very stealthily. I want to stay as low as possible, and I'm trying to get a really strong lay of the land so that when we're trying to do this at night, I know exactly where we're going.
Okay. First make a stealth check.
Great.
You do this by yourself?
I will announce to my party that I am doing it.
You're going alone.
I'll come with you.
I don't have to. I need. Can you be? Are you sneaky?
I
Does she look?
blend in with the water mostly.
We did accidentally hit you with a cart while you were standing right in front of us.
It's true, I'm very quiet.
Anybody else want to come?
I don't think I can. I think I'm swimming this whole time.
Yeah.
I've got to save my shadow friend for
Right.
the show.
Right. Let's go.
Stealth check.
Don't make me regret this.
You don't make him regret. Wait, you don't make you regret this.
16.
16? She also got a 16. The two of you
It's not bad.
very quietly make your way.
The dog is
She's having a
dream.
Tavern pup. Oh.
She's dreaming. She's dreaming of all the people walking through the door.
And how she could be screaming at them.
I dream to scream.
What was your other goal here? You were trying to sneak around and get essentially like memorize the layout around the wall?
Yes, I'm trying to make sure that there's no errors in our plan based on a misunderstanding of the shape of everything, and I'm trying to make sure that when it's nighttime, I know where I'm going and I know where everybody else is going.
It's the rat.
Okay. Make an investigation check with advantage as Nori helps you.
Okay, so listen, that one was like almost a 20. I don't know if you saw that
No,
one,
I
but
understand,
it was
but then
like-
it was an 8.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah. About that.
Investigation, you say? 9. A
9.
strong 9, though. Like, when
Solid
you
9.
look at this 9, you're just like, damn.
Yeah, this is a big city.
Yeah.
And
Big city.
you get
I was just a small town monk.
I get the sense that you were on the inside of town. Okay. So
I'm not going to go outside.
you are very quiet, and you and yourself and Nori decide that the safest option would be kind of doing what the townspeople are doing, which is to go from building to building, spending minimal amount of time in the open as possible. And you definitely get a sense for how vast this city is, because, let's see, I think the Undertow district is just about a little less than half well, no, it's probably about a third of the amount of wall that goes around the entire city. And it takes you the better part of like 4 hours to get from top to bottom.
Got it.
You do corroborate what you see on the map, which is that there are 2 ballista on top of each bastion, as well as about 2 more between each bastion in that section of wall, if that makes sense.
Right.
So essentially each little spike that you see on the map and each little dot at an opening, there's a ballista. And the numbers that Mantis gave you are correct. The walls are 100 feet high. Bastions stretch an extra 10 feet above that. The 2 ballista atop the bastions are 50 feet apart. And each has another ballista on the battlements of the walls themselves, another 70 feet away from them. So it's like ballista, 70 feet, then there's a bastion with a ballista, then there's 50 feet opening, another bastion with a ballista, and then another 70 feet, another ballista.
So it's gate, bastion.
Yeah, so let me do some quick math. So within a 100-foot area, there are 4 ballista. That's
Right.
with a ballista on each end, and then
Yeah.
2 in the middle, basically.
Okay.
You feel fairly confident that you've got the layout mapped out, at least for the particular section of wall that you are going to be anti-sieging.
De-sieging.
I think, yeah, that's the proper term.
It got sieged. We're gonna unsiege it.
It got besieged, and you're about to de-siege.
Decent nuts.
Got it.
Aurora, what are you up to?
Rad. So if I could, I would like to spend some time working on the fabricate spell.
The spell scroll.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, hey, fun fact: did you know that sometimes you get more cantrips as you level up, and wizards get 1 out of 10? I didn't.
Whoops.
Cause I can't read.
None of us can.
So you said we had about 15 hours. If I could spend, I could preferably use all of that time, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So can I use the full, like, can I use 8 hours to finish out fabricate?
100%.
Sick. Okay.
You learned the fabricate spell. I'd say that's enough time to prepare it, too, if you would like to.
Because you learned to fabricate.
Okay.
Those are you, baby. Those little baby.
So that means I have like 7-ish hours left, right?
Yes.
Okay. Could I attempt to call out to my brother?
Mm-hmm.
You said that she knows that I'm here. What does that mean? Exactly. Like, if you're not busy and you can talk, I understand that this is like a hard time.
She was watching. I don't know if she heard your friends, but she could hear you. I don't know if she knows exactly where you are yet.
Can you, have you heard her, maybe mobilizing to, come get me?
I haven't seen her today. I don't know where she went.
If you hear anything, can you give me a yell? I'm actually, I'm in the middle of doing something really important, and I just want to make sure that, that it gets done, if that's okay.
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Rad.
You've still got time for downtime activity if you'd like.
The only thing I got left is like,
I was trying to raise my dex ability score. So I can spend a few hours on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
we
sure.
can knock one out.
You've been working on this, correct? You've been using like your crossbow target practice. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll with your crossbow.
Knife game.
Hand-eye coordination.
I have it, but only for video games.
I don't have it for video games.
Okay. That's a 19. We succeed.
Nice.
Whee!
You getting there? You getting there?
I'm getting there. Okay. Yeah.
Aurora, as you are, mostly as you're copying the spell into your spell book, drawing this very intricate drawing. What does your drawing for fabrication look like in your spell book? Or fabricate?
Do you have
Okay.
them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't judge me.
I'm not. I'm amazed.
Listen, if my hand is not doing something, my brain will not work.
If my
so,
hands are doing something, my brain doesn't work.
okay, so fabricate is just sort of me like holding on to this blanket, and with my other hand, like the blanket sort of dissolving, and then the other hand something is appearing, sort of like sand.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Rad. Just as you're finishing this up, you kind of like take a look and a deep breath, knowing that you now have a good understanding of this particular spell. And you notice watching over your shoulder is a young water genasi, probably maybe between 12 and 14. Young girl who's just kind of like watching over your shoulder as you draw. That's pretty good.
Thanks. Do you like to draw or color or?
I mean, I mostly with chalks and things.
That's really nice. I normally like paint, but pencil has been honestly the easiest thing to carry around. And I've got, but can I maybe see your work? That would be so cool.
I don't have anything saved. Parchment doesn't really hold up very well down here.
Yeah.
Neither does paint
Fair.
or, most art supplies.
Have you thought about doing something with your hands? Maybe sculpting?
I thought about it. There's not a lot of clay in the city either. It's mostly just sand, and when there's currents, it's really hard.
To keep it steady, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty good too. I think I would.
Oh no, you're probably really amazing. Have you ever thought about trying to formulate your own paints? Maybe,
How do you do that?
Oh, okay. So all you need is a pigment and a binder of some sort. And then you kind of sort of determine your own fluidity, and then you just basically thin it out to that fluidity. So,
So if I made it like a paste, then I could just use the ocean water to thin it naturally. Huh.
if you can calculate for that sort of erosion, it would actually be kind of cool. Potentially even creating some sort of like changeable art, its initial painting is like a really vibrant, and then sort of like over time it sort of like dulls to its like original intensity or intended intensity, and sort of like you can have like these really dual paintings where like maybe you preset something to be like maybe like a super high or super low intensity, and then you'd have like this really cool contrast. I think that would be amazing.
You're pretty smart, huh?
Sometimes. Only with like a few things. I'm not really like traditionally smart, I guess you could say. I'm not really good at math or science, but I can do a lot of stuff,
She kind of like pulls up one side of the like overalls that she's wearing. Sounds pretty smart to me. You're with those others, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Outsiders. You guys are gonna get us out of here, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Are you okay? Are you?
Yeah, I'm not worried. It's gonna be fine.
Do they look worried?
Make an insight check.
Like in the distance, just like faux punching the wall.
I would like my jelly.
Instead of meeting you like your shadow should, it's like going the same direction.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, terrified.
Dirty.
This is very much. You get the sense from a dirty 20 insight check, based on dress and what you've seen over the last several hours or day or so that you've been here. There aren't that many people in this particular warehouse, and they have started kind of shuffling out at this point in groups. You haven't seen this particular girl with any other groups. You get the sense that she kind of keeps to herself. Probably raising herself currently, and is trying to maintain that tough facade, but you can easily see through it.
When I was like really little, my big brother, well, technically I'm his big sister, but he's bigger than me. He would get like really nervous and like really anxious about things, and what always really helped him was I would do like a little trick for him. So you want to see something cool?
Sure.
I am going to reach into my bag and pull out a set of traveler's clothes. And I'm just going to hold them up. And then I'm going to, with my other hand, reach into just sort of my holster and grab out a dagger. And then I'm going to cast Booming Blade on that dagger.
So this is this real cool thing that I learned how to do.
And I'm going to take the dagger and I'm just going to slice across the clothes so that they sort of like on impact and sort of like fling against the wall.
Yeah, letting go. Just like as it begins to fall, there's this little, and it's just like pushed up against the wall. You see her eyes widen, and there's like this genuine look of surprise and awe that's then reeled in very quickly. She's like,
Yeah, I guess that's pretty
cool.
cool.
it's pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
More like boo blade. Sucked. Like,
She holds
what
out
is
a
that?
hand. Name's Drip.
I like that. Aurora, what's your last name?
It's just Drip.
I like that more.
Me too.
It's kind of hard to have something to follow up on that, you know?
Yeah.
So solid. Hard consonant at the end too. Like, that's pretty sick. I promise I'm gonna make sure that you get out okay.
All right. Well, I'm sticking by you then.
Absolutely.
And she does. For the rest of your time.
Fuck yes.
Oh, you got a little guy.
There's a little guy.
I always wanted a guy.
You got a Luigi.
Except Luigi's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Compare.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
tall.
depending on how short Aurora
Yeah.
is, this child could potentially.
Yeah, like eye level with you.
Won't be long.
So, as the hours begin to wane, you get your training in and cover the various things that you were all trying to get to.
No hour left.
The last few begin making their way out of the warehouse. It's mostly emptied at this point as Mantis returns. All right. We've got everyone in positions. There's really only about maybe 20 feet between the buildings themselves and the gates. So we've got as many people as we can in the buildings on that block, so that it'll be easier for them to stay out of sight and out of range
Until it's time.
until it's time.
What are your numbers?
All in all, about 130 of us.
Well, it's easier than 270.
Definitely quieter. And that was more than we were going to have. We did manage to change a few minds on our way.
Told them about the great Mistwalkers, I imagine.
It came up a couple of times.
Well, let's go prove it.
How can you focus? There's a cat in
How are
your
you
dice
gonna roll
tray.
your dice?
No, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just loud.
Oh, ha.
Alright.
Okay, baby.
All right.
Hold it down if you want.
I'll lead the way. The two of you are going to approach from outside of the wall.
We're approaching from. Oh, outside would be smarter. We were always going to do that,
Nori
and
was-
that's why.
Telling me something about making it look like a siege.
Yes,
from
you
the
are
ocean.
correct. The plan was always that.
Great.
Oh, we're looking at me, aren't we? Yes,
just-
we can approach from the outside to make it appear as though someone's trying to get in as opposed to out.
We could exit from a gate separate from the one we're about to send everybody out of.
But that would make your climb higher.
We'd just be brushing up against more
Right.
eyes, you know?
Right.
We need as few eyes on us as possible.
Just use the ring to let me know when you're about halfway up. Just one
Right.
word is fine. Just
We could just tell you to go.
Go.
Yes.
Or, yeah. Or, like, you got it, Chief, you know?
Right.
that's 3 words.
That's fair.
All right. And I'll be waiting with young Nori to help you two along after you leap from the walls. We'll try to position ourselves right next to the sides of the bastions.
Great. Try and stay out of sight if you can.
Of course.
All right. See you two on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got
And
a
I'm
pretty-
going to hug them.
Okay.
I crushed them with my new strong arms.
Yeah. You notice
Where
that,
are you?
you notice that Cholula has put on some muscle.
I squeeze her bicep.
Oh, are you
It's a
hungry?
small bite.
What is that in reference? Am I going to eat you?
It's for this apple.
Some of these apples.
Right.
This is natural.
It's like, all right, follow me. We're going this way.
It's worth noting before the tension begins that yesterday Cameron hugged me and
gotta pass
flexed,
the gym.
and I was like, "You don't have to flex when you hug me." He goes, "I've always been like this."
It's just me. This is just me now. I've
When
always
I
been
met
this
him,
way.
he was a spaghetti noodle of a man.
Spaghetti.
I accept him in all his forms.
This is how I normally breathe.
That's so gross. It is, but mostly I was trying to figure out why are you suddenly flexing?
Crush.
So,
Crush you
It's a
with
love
another.
crush.
How
Mantis
Oh.
leads all of you. He's got the route pretty down pat at this point.
Oh, I do the bubble thing or whatever. How does that go?
Yeah, they don't require attunement. It's just, it looks like a veil when you're above the water. You put it around either ear, and it just kind of like dangles in front of your face. And then when you enter the water, it puffs up like a swimsuit does when you are a man who steps into a pool. But then it just stays inflated.
And I have to tell everyone it's not a fart, it's my swimsuit. And then everyone's
It's-
like, sure.
It's my bubble.
It just covers your nose and mouth, and kind of like down below the jaw.
Alright,
So, and they are like translucent, so you can see through them.
great.
So, following Mantis, he leads you from building to building. Everybody make a stealth check.
Baby cat.
Baby.
And for no reason.
I need to.
Okay.
roll, baby.
Could I stretch out my shadow thing before I hear numbers?
Absolutely. Everybody can add 10 to this roll.
Great, I'm also using a luck point.
Nice.
What's it say? baby?
Not because anything bad happened or anything.
Sure, I believe you.
That's cocked.
Where's Yuck? Oh, hey, yo, hey,
Hey!
yo.
That,
It's a
Is that a nat 20, dude?
That's not fucking 20!
I wish I still had my gun.
I
They
hate
won't let me
fire
have
your
it.
gun into the air, nat 20.
What does that bring your total to?
With the plus 10, 34.
Nice.
so since I have
Run with the
reliable
water.
talent,
You can't roll lower than a 10 on ability checks that you are proficient in.
right? Okay, so
Buck wild.
23,
That's crazy.
43. No, 33.
30,
Right?
yeah.
She has a plus 13 to
33.
stealth, just
So
just
20.
What
as
did
it
you
is.
roll?
Yeah, so it'd be 33.
I rolled a 5, so
So it'd
since
be
I
a
have
10.
reliable talent, it makes it a 10.
Okay.
Plus 13 is 23 plus 10.
I just got a
33.
30. So there's that.
Oh, did you just get a 30?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, man. 24.
Nice.
That's still high.
that's
Yeah,
really
but
good.
like
14.
As a group of people, we've dis-a-fucking-peered.
Yeah, stepping out.
Gone.
I have dialogue with shadows, and this one is somehow through that.
Swimming out into the, once again, dark depths of the Undertow district. You guys make very quick time following Mantis. He's streamlined the route, and each of you are silent and unseen. You make your way to your positions. Aurora, you make your way to the doorway of one building where you can see Drip anxiously kind of like waiting there until you arrive and is at your side. Cholula, you position yourself at a building on the other side of the street. And so there's this little row of, from the gate that you guys are exiting through, which is the central gate, correct? Mm-hmm. On the western side?
Yeah, that little like clearing of buildings.
Right under the
I
RT
thought we were
of
doing the northern
Undertow.
I thought we were going through
Oh,
the
no.
most northern.
Yeah,
The
north-
north is first.
We're
Is that the
lining
plan?
up the people next to the U,
Okay.
like across from the U on the wall.
Well, I was going to say, so if that's the case, then you guys are in these two buildings.
Okay.
So there's like a street that leads out that gate. There are two buildings on either side. You guys are stationed at either side with each building full of people on every floor that has an exit ready to go. Rabbit and Silas, your stealth rolls carry over as you quietly make your way out the gate and around to the outside. Just close enough to be able to see each other in the darkness with your dark vision. Yours is superior.
120.
But to stay within a range where
Yeah.
Silas can also see you, you'd be right on either side of the bastions, which have a 50-foot gap between them. Preparing yourselves, giving a look. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
What?
And we will be back in about 20 minutes to find out how this goes. But before we go, we have a giveaway. Our first giveaway of the evening, the More Fun Mystery Mini giveaway. Pre-painted miniatures from WizKids provided to us by our local comic book shop, More Fun Comics and Games.
Some rad stuff in here, man.
Yeah. To enter, to be eligible to enter, you must be a follower of us here on Twitch. It's free to do, costs you nothing. You just got to click that little heart, and you will be eligible to win. To enter, go ahead and type the word plan in the chat. That's plan, P-L-A-N, to enter for your chance to win this wonderful set of boxed minis. We've already decided we're going to open them at the end of the stream because it's Miranda's last stream with us. So go ahead and enter for your chance to win, to have minis touched by Miranda themselves. We'll be back in 20 minutes. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. Before we hop into and resolve potentially this scenario, we have our first giveaway of the evening to announce.
But not in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wonderful pack of snowbound pre-painted minis from WizKids, provided to us.
The Whiz Boys.
It's the cake. Oh no. Provided to us by our local comic book shop, More Fun Comics and Games.
No.
The winner. No.
You're just tuning in. We just slammed some cake.
In celebration. There will be a video after this. I think at the end of the stream, stream director Robbie's going to toss it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a video?
Yeah, I took a video when we.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was already ready to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The winner of the winner of the More Fun Mystery pre-painted miniatures is a Dark Phoenix board.
Hi. What's up? Is it cool if I touch your minis?
You're gonna.
Yeah, it's happening. So I hope
You're gonna have
I
your
hope that's
minis
cool.
touched.
We're gonna touch your
No.
Please don't clip that one.
Take it back.
You can't. It's the rule. When you say don't clip it, someone immediately
No,
does
but
it.
like that's the rules.
And then it
Say
ends
now.
with don't clip it. You're going to pass that on for later.
My son,
We're going to open it.
my boy.
What? Do you have a problem over there?
Nope.
You think I talk funny or something?
Checking out all those syllables.
I gotta really check out some. I gotta see how many syllables I can put in one word.
I will still somehow make it half.
For our second giveaway of the evening,
Oh yeah.
for which we will be announcing the winner.
That one was good. That one was really good.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it was an act.
You're such a good man for this to be your problem.
You sound like smooth jazz macho man Randy Savage.
Why did you eat 2 slices?
To win this beautiful set of Fablestar dice, handmade by me with love and care,
Burps.
spraying antacid dust. Type the word Bastion in the chat. That's
don't.
Bastion, Bastion, or you can just copy it from Moobot as they've spelled it there for you. You've got to be a follower to be eligible to win. So go ahead and click the heart right here on Twitch if you haven't already. When we hit 200 followers here on the channel, we're going to do a very special charity stream where we're going to draw a bunch of sexy monsters from the Monster Manual.
They don't glow.
Look forward to that. It's going to be a good time. And also in the meantime, if you're a follower, you're eligible to participate and win in our giveaways.
Yeah.
So you should do that.
It's 2 a week. What are you fucking crazy?
Hey, yo,
What
happy birthday.
What are you crazy?
Wait,
somebody-
things are about to get really tense.
Can somebody on the end do me a huge favor? I left my water on that table, I think.
Yeah, you
I
do.
got it.
Thank you,
What are we gonna
Miranda.
do without you? I'm gonna have to get things.
2 giveaways a week. What are you, crazy?
Yeah. We do 2 giveaways every Saturday, except for the next 2 Saturdays, so we're going to be off the next 2 weeks, because we...
Have to save money.
Oh, if you don't mind, thank you.
Is that?
We'll just keep
somebody else's
vamping.
Water, isn't it?
Oh, that's Robbie's. Mine's the other black one.
Hey. Oh.
You can't say that.
I may have left it in... I may have, like, refilled it in the kitchen and then left it by the sink.
Uh-oh. How
Thanks
are
for
we going
joining
to
us.
resolve this?
We're professionals
By getting
here at
some water
Arcanarama.
into Cameron.
This is Miranda's last stream. We have to just really stall to keep her here. Oh, I left my water
Thank you so
too.
much. Washing down some antacid tablets
My leg is broken.
with the
Can you learn how to
pineapple
fix that?
Yeah.
So that,
hearts
Yeah.
like, you're gonna
Not
have to go
cider.
to medical school near me.
I
seltzer.
don't
There it
think
is.
you understand how much I would do for friends.
Can you help me mow the lawn with scissors? I was gonna do it with scissors.
Okay, so it ends at outside yard work. You know why? You know why?
Oh shit! Waterfall left his water too. So we're gonna have to. So we have to go on a road trip to them together.
Where's your water bottle? Because I'll go. Babe, where's your water bottle? Where's it?
All right.
Oh, we have to do this part now.
Time to die.
Unsieging the seashore.
Oklahoma, it's in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's
Oh,
really, that's close.
That's not bad.
It's not you. It's Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma.
Miranda's very tall, and she can cast shade from anywhere.
It is relatively nearby, though.
Yeah, it's so close. You're so close. Wow.
All right. So, what signal do Rabbit and Silas use to give each other the go-ahead to begin your ascent?
We're just gonna look at Rabbit kind of like almost remorsefully. And then I'm gonna start running up the wall.
I in time run up the wall.
I'm gonna like push myself up on the top of the water,
Yeah.
then run.
Yeah,
Each of
probably
you-
do something similar.
Each of you are pretty high-level monks. There are no checks required. You guys can run on fucking walls. So, as the two of you begin heading up the bastions, the way that we're going to run through this is we're going to handle one of you at a time. So, if I could have each of you roll a d20, don't add anything to it.
Rollies. Oof, 19. Oh, come on.
Double check. No, not that 4. That 4 is weird. Okay.
10.
All right. We will be starting with Silas. All right. So, Silas, you are heading up.
To your left. Right, because I would have to jump this way.
Are those bullets?
No.
This is
That's-
north.
If I'm inside the walls,
This is north.
yeah, this is north.
Right.
So you'd be heading up here.
I'd be heading on the because I meant to clear the gap, like I was saying.
Yeah. So the bastion is represented by this bullet.
Yes, he's supposed to be on the southmost.
Correct. So his bastion would be at the northern portion of the wall, and then the gap is here.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I thought you were
these
measuring earlier.
These are your two
Sorry.
ballista on the southern wall.
got it.
Okay, so there's I'm just jumping into the oblivion. That's
Correct.
rad.
All right. This is the way that the reason that we're doing it this way is because
We split
this-
up the party.
you split up the party, but also this particular section of map is so large that we couldn't feasibly.
You basically have to run me and Silas's sections.
Yeah, we would need twice as much of this and some way to film that. We don't
Yeah.
have that.
Well, if we
So-
got more followers and subscribers.
Give us your money.
We can have Robbie just add a separate table with a set and a
Yeah.
camera.
All right. Silas.
Hey, you did it.
You know
That
what?
sounded painful.
Feel
I agree.
better.
Do you guys like it when we burp?
Don't answer that.
Don't answer
Don't
it.
answer that. I don't want to.
Either way, we don't want to know.
If you come in here too enthusiastic with a yes,
Anyone types the word daddy in chat right now.
it's Burp Daddy.
So, Silas,
Gas Daddy.
you are scaling up the wall 100 feet towards the top, which comes into view of your dark vision when you get within 60 feet.
I'll still be kind of like, I'm running up a wall, and then, yeah, when I'm within casting of darkness distance, I'm going to cast that if I could, and say go. I imagine.
Via
Absolutely.
rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will pop over to that momentarily. So, you cast darkness. I assume once you get within visual range of the ballista itself, because you can cast it on an object.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter what's in the way, really. The
Perfect.
sphere is the sphere.
So, let me grab my darkness sphere. That was a nice musical timing moment.
Yeah. It's closer to you. Yeah.
This
Right?
Yes.
Darkness.
Darkness surrounds this ballista, as it does.
Darkness.
I did.
What music style would Arcanarama have if we were like scoring the movie?
Hurdy-gurdy.
I want 8-bit
School-
music.
12 hurdy-gurdy.
Definitely.
'Cause
like,
I
some
imagine,
hurdy-gurdy, a little bit of like tasteful tin whistle.
Oh.
In my mind, right?
Oh, really?
It's whatever music plays when the clowns get out of the car.
Oh. That's good.
Just the whole time.
I think that's
Rodeo
what
by Copeland.
Here come the clowns.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
the song from Pagliacci. I really wish I knew the names of things.
I have no memory. It's nothing but empty.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are you looking at the chat?
A lot of gas daddies in there.
I will cry. I'll cry.
They're
Is that
all
what you
having
want?
so much fun.
Oh, burp on me, gas daddy.
Well, there was Daddy and Burp Daddy that turned to Belch Daddy that turned to Batty, and then everyone kind of came up with that
Everybody
at the
was
same
going
time.
batty all at once.
I really was surprised not to see a burpussy.
Why would you give them that? What, for free?
That already
the
has
follows.
a name.
It's called the Thussy, which is where you.
I know,
you
but
burp.
I'm just
Bro,
I quit.
But it burps.
Oh no, we got Bill Chusky.
Yes.
Bill Chusky? Hell yeah.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say
Yes.
that one's not great.
Bill Chusky. Hi, I'm Bill Chusky. Welcome to the stage, Bill Chusky.
I think I just took psychic damage.
Yes. Yes, my head hurts.
Do you need us to come back?
What?
No, I think he's setting up.
I think he's interpreting a map.
He's very good at tuning us.
We're fucked. If that's the one armament.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
You cast darkness. You instantly hear cursing.
I didn't mean to roll. Even though it was a nat 20.
You did great.
Sorry.
You instantly hear cursing. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. That's a +7, right, on this character? 22.
22. Nice. I will say, when you get within a certain distance, you are aware of this archer before they notice you. They seem distracted by this sudden cursing coming from their right, where the darkness has appeared. Would you like to pop up in front of them, or do you want to travel a little bit more this direction so that you're not popping up right in front of a person?
I'd like to be as close to the ballista as humanly possible.
This one? The one in darkness, or the other one?
The one in darkness.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because you can see in your
Yeah,
darkness.
I can see
So yeah,
everything.
pop up into the darkness.
That should have been silent.
Oh,
It's fine.
It's fine.
no, it's fine.
You find yourself standing next to a large, loaded ballista that has already been cranked back. You see through the darkness, unaware of your presence as of yet, two leather-clad, studded leather-wearing gentlemen who you see man this ballista. One of them operates the kind of like aiming and firing, and the other one operates cranking the reload.
What is the bow made of?
It is a large wooden ballista with a thick rope cord that is pulled taut as it is currently loaded and ready to fire.
Cool, can I cut that?
You can absolutely try. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
It'll be with my hands. I'm going to use my short sword. Oh, okay, just thought I would try that.
If anybody could, a monk could.
Yeah.
So you can run up walls and
So,
on water, and your hands
if you're
are
aiming
knives.
directly for the bowstring itself, this would technically be a called shot. So you'd be making it with disadvantage. You're trying to target a specific part of the ballista, which is,
Well, how long is the thing? I'm just meaning to cut the string.
for our purposes, a ballista has an armor class and hit points.
Okay.
So if you want to do a call shot and aim specifically for the bow, you've got a chance of this being a crit. It'll just affect its armor class. And I'd say the disadvantage comes because you'd have to like leap up on top of it and reach over the bow itself and reach the string.
Right.
Can I restore balance?
You have to be within line of
I
sight.
think you have to see.
Good question.
Because even those of you,
Tell me about my
the only one of you,
abilities.
the only one of you that would be able to see all the way up to the top of the wall would be Rabbit with her superior dark vision. Because everybody else, you can only see out to 60 feet, and then you just see like torchlight.
Oh yeah, they have to be within
Okay.
60 feet of me.
I'm gonna.
Well.
It's up to you. You'll deal more damage if you hit with the disadvantage, but you'll have a higher chance of hitting if you just.
I'll do the
ballistas.
called shot.
Fuck yeah, go for it.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, yeah. The lowest is 17.
That absolutely. hits.
18. Sorry, 18.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll damage and treat this as a critical hit.
Hey, yo.
So that'll be 2d6 for the short sword plus your strength or dexterity.
It's a 1d6.
Right,
I
double.
don't know why. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah. That is 16 points of damage
Nice.
on the string.
Hell yeah.
He started speaking in French.
Come down, you see as it frays, and there's this kind of like sound of springs lurching, this kind of like as it begins to kind of like unfurl. It is still currently in place. You think it might take you one more good hack to get all the way through it.
I'm gonna do that.
Go for it.
Is this still called?
Yes.
That's a 10.
10. This time, coming down, your short sword, just a little bit off in terms of aim, collides with the wood of the ballista, and doesn't seem to deal any substantial damage.
Cool. I'm going to. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action unarmed strike.
Yeah, and I'll say that you cast darkness long enough, like far enough down
Yeah.
the wall that this is a separate round.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would have to have dashed, right?
Mhm.
So I imagine I wouldn't have dashed, but I would have
Correct.
just ran up the wall.
Bonus action is, I'm sorry, what are you doing again?
Unarmed strike to this.
To
Are
the
you
string?
gonna like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I will use the
bite
chop.
it?
go for
If
it.
I roll at least two double digits, I guess.
Those are the same.
They're the same unless. They just didn't stick to my hands. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for an unarmed strike as if it were a crit.
12 points of damage.
Nice. The ballista itself is not destroyed, but reaching down and kind of chopping, and you can see, even within this magical darkness that you can see through, even darker is your shadow, as splitting out from your hand, kind of chopping down, are two more shadowy hands that grab and pull it even tauter as your hand just breaks through, snapping the the bowstring holding this thing together, or rather making it fireable. Make a dexterity saving throw, and I'm going to make one for these two gentlemen standing right next to that. 10 is not great.
15.
15 is enough. You manage to pull out of the way just as the tension breaks and the rope swings. You can feel and hear the kind of like as it just like passes in front of your face, almost as if those hands that pulled it apart then quickly reached back and like pulled your head back so that it wouldn't get hit by the rope, which does swing out and just hit the two guards on either side. Both of whom are cut in half from the pressure.
All right.
I don't know if you guys know this, but even just a regular crossbow is under an intense amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Something this huge just snapping is like, it's like that scene from Ghost Ship.
Oh no.
Oh man. Yeah, the whole
We're
thing.
like,
I think about that scene.
Ghost Ship is so good
Once a
bad.
month.
It's like one of my favorites.
so bad good. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
So
you
bad
see,
good.
you see the rope pass through, and the two of them kind of like stand there in shock and surprise, and then slide off of themselves.
So good.
And this ballista is no longer functional until somebody changes out the string.
And
Now
it's
that-
suddenly
tell me how to
very
do that.
quiet over there.
Now that your surprise round is done, because you got through a full round of actions, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Gotta make this good. 18.
No. Yeah, they're not going to beat that. All right. Size up first. And then Archer is going to roll for the guards as well, because they're going to be a separate entity. Unless. All right. At the top of the round, Silas, it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm going to place one of these cards within the sphere of the darkness.
Okay.
Let me show
Do you have that table out? Or do you need me to grab it?
If you could, it's just a couple menus away from here.
Deck of Illusions, correct?
Yes. Please be something substantial. Please.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck yes.
The Ace of Hearts.
An ace. Then
What
I'm
does
gonna.
it mean?
I need to think. I know aces are mostly dragons.
The Ace of Hearts. And you can look this up at home if you're a D&D buff yourself. Filling the space of the darkness is the form of a massive red dragon.
I'm going to move that darkness over to the other ballistae, and I'm going to run along the wall,
All right.
like low.
The darkness transfers.
Do you have dragon?
I have.
Dragon.
Actually, I think I have this one's
A worm?
but it'll work. I'll just replace the ballista with it for now. Because it just says red dragon. It doesn't specify the age. I'm gonna go with an adult.
Nice.
All right. Full movement to run. What is your movement speed again?
45.
45.
Mm-hmm.
45. You said.
Mm-hmm.
45 gets you right about to here. I'm ignoring the leaps because, again, you can run on walls. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter to you.
I meant to run like
Along
on
the wall?
Yeah, like on the wall.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Just like throw a card and just like don't even look back at what it was.
Hell yeah.
No longer my problem.
That is movement, action, bonus action. Ending your turn is going to bring us to the archers. Make a quick insight check as a group. As this one turns and calls out, "Dragon!" They all turn and take aim and begin firing a hail of arrows on the dragon that seems to have replaced their ballista. They see their friends just in pieces before them.
Quiet, small dragon!
Ending their turn, the guards on their turn are enveloped in darkness. And then they hear someone call out dragon, and they hear the sound of arrows beginning to fly through the air. They are... Let's see. Okay. On a natural 19, which is just a pure luck check, they don't accidentally fire off their ballista. They are confused. The one who is currently reloading is going to go towards the sound of dragon being called. And when he steps out of the darkness and sees, not only sees, but hears this massive draconic form that is like perfectly melded, perched to the wall.
It makes sound?
It makes sound. I think they make sound, smell. It's essentially like a greater illusion.
They do everything but can be touch.
Exactly. So,
Essentially.
yeah, as far as these people can tell, there is an adult red dragon perched on the wall here, and they can smell the brimstone coming off of its breath.
Holy cheese.
That guy steps out and screams. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, gets him back in, and they begin turning the ballista as it is on a swivel to attempt to fire that direction. But I'm going to say they wouldn't fire this round because they don't have a clear line of sight. That ends the guard's turn and is going to bring us back to Silas.
All right, I'm gonna like extend my hand and like have my shadow go into my eyes, and we go into the bubble there, and I'm gonna try to snap that one too.
Yeah. You're teleporting into the bubble?
No, I'm just gonna run
Just
in,
run?
like
Okay.
yeah,
20.
like probably up from the wall, so I'm like in the darkness before I'm surfaced.
Yeah, 25 feet gets you right on the inside there.
Okie dokie. And
Stepping into the darkness, which actually, before you stepped in, you could see through it still. You see that they have turned the ballista blindly and are like trying to figure out what to do with each other. One of them is trying to convince the other that he saw a dragon and that he needs to fire. What are you doing?
I've never been so tense watching, like, effectively somebody else's turn.
yeah, you're next.
I know.
Repeat.
And I can't see in there.
Now this is a question, and it can be a yes or you don't have to go into detail of any sort. Would it be possible, if it is notched, right? It is cranked back. It is notched. to put a blade in its way so that when it fired, it passed the blade and cut itself.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely possible.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That's very clever.
I'm gonna do that.
Physics.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I'll put it this way. If you want to use one of your attacks to do this, you can make the attack at disadvantage. If you want to spend your whole action lining up the blade and sticking it in so that if what I assume you're thinking is correct, when the bow fires and passes through it, it will be severed by the blade.
Mm-hmm.
You could take your whole action to just push your sword down, and that would be just an athletics check. No disadvantage.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check. I'll tell you outright, the DC for this is not super high. You're just trying to essentially force a sword into wood, blade out. It's going to be like a DC probably 14.
Okay. That is 12.
All right. You do manage to get the sword in place, but you're not sure if it's going to hold. It might need to go deeper.
Could I use my bonus action to just like pommel the top of it?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
Natural 19 plus 7 or 8.
Yeah, for sure. No need to roll damage or anything. You get it lined up and press down. Doesn't go quite as deep as you want it to, so you just punch it in. There is a visible like motion to what you've done, but also the sword goes about 3 inches deeper, and you get the feeling it's not going anywhere.
Okay. I guess that's my. I am out. I am not in the way of the string. I want to clarify.
Correct. You're kind of like
You saw what happened last time.
yeah, you're standing on like the bowed portion. You're not like in the line of fire. It may like stretch out beneath you, but it's not going to like shoot you off or hit you or anything.
Okay. And
Also, you have more. You only use 25.
Yeah, I'll take cover behind that little stone there, that little notch. If I could. That's still within the shadow, right?
Yeah, just kind of like hopping around this way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right on the edge of the darkness. Hell yeah. Ending Silas's turn, that brings us to the archers, who are going to spend their whole turns yet again. These ones are actually going to take a couple of steps back.
Level 12 is different.
30. They're all backing up and firing as they go. Very well trained archers. I'm going to make another insight check to see if they notice that their arrows aren't hitting anything.
Hope they don't.
I think it says 15.
DC's 15.
Yeah, I think it says that on the cards.
Thirteen's not going to do it.
Yeah, 15 intelligence or investigation or whatever's relevant.
Yeah, that's even lower than their perception. So yeah, they do not notice that their arrows aren't making purchase. They're too distracted by the giant red dragon they're firing upon. That's going to end the archers' turns and bring us to the guards, who are going to attempt to fire at what everyone is calling out at disadvantage because they can't see it. Hey, not bad. 14 and a 15. So, you watch as the ballista fires and the harpoon that shoots out from it goes directly through the neck of the illusion and just passes through. However, as it does, you can also hear the loud snapping of the bowstring as it passes through a sword and is cut by its own force, basically. I'm going to make another dexterity saving throw for these two guys on it.
Good.
Fuck him.
I'm gonna say I should have done this last time too. At disadvantage because they can't
Because they
see
can't
it.
see.
They just hear a loud snap.
Oh no.
1.
Oh, goodbye. You got ghost shipped.
That's exactly the amount of hit points that they had. They also get ghost shipped.
Jesus.
At this point, Silas, both of your ballistas have been dismantled. We are going to reset the board.
Okay.
Hop over to Rabbit's side.
Ayo.
Do we need to remember my situation? Should I make an exit?
I'll take a picture.
Okay. Darkness was, I don't know what I'm going to do with that quite yet, but yeah.
I think that the chat should have to describe to us in type only what this looked like prior.
And then he pinned me down and he burped on me. That's all they'd be saying. We got to get you some ballistae.
Yeah, I'll print
We need
some
to
out.
get you, just some siege stuff in general.
Yeah.
You guys are going to keep sieging.
I keep
towns.
seeing, every time I go to more fun comics and games here in Denton, Texas, every time I go there, I keep seeing like the Star Wars stuff, and I want that for Frontier so bad. Like they have like floor pieces, like wall panels.
A Star Wars.
They have like crates that are more sci-fi looking.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like,
I did just get a bunch of STLs from a website that I support called Loot Studios that had a bunch of like Spelljammer themes things. There's like one of them that was very cool is like an asteroid mimic.
shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I might have to like commission some prints from you.
And just real fast as DM Cameron resets the board, we are 2 followers away from 200 right now.
Guys, do you want sexy monsters or what? They can burp on you.
Oh no.
To make it clear to the people who have just tuned in and started following us, we're doing a sexy monster art stream if we hit 200 followers, and we will donate our proceeds from that stream to charity.
Yeah. We're all artists. Sam actually did the official character art that you see on your screen probably right now.
And I'll make more. You can't stop me. Also, hello,
You
new
can.
followers. It's nice to meet you
You
guys.
can stop her if you decide not to follow.
All right, Rabbit. As you're making your way up the wall,
Yeah. Is this all happening simultaneously?
Yeah,
Yes.
This
So-
is
Shoot.
yeah.
Great.
So yeah, well, that happened at the bottom of the wall.
Yeah.
You made your way up. You see, as Silas kind of snaps his fingers, and darkness appears around one of the ballista.
Right.
his side.
So I will darkness mine,
All right.
which would be, I guess, in my event, this one. All right.
You hear cursing.
Yep. And then I'm going to, if I can, I'd like to pivot towards the center of this wall where this guy is kind of hanging out.
Homeboy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would like to attempt to just kind of grab him by the leg and pop him off the fucking wall.
Okay. Let's.
one of those. I think you press Y. Or triangle
Yeah.
in Assassin's Creed for that one.
Triangle, I think.
So
I've never assassin decreed.
You're about to.
I'd say this would be first using your first attack to attempt to grapple, and then your second attack to
To like
attempt to
shove action.
Yeah. So first, a grapple. You can make an athletics check. This guy.
We're gonna use the new 1D&D grapples for monks.
There's new
Oh,
grapple.
you know what? let's do that. Make an attack roll.
Like an unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Okay. $26?
26 hits. No damage is dealt, but the creature is grappled.
Great.
That's new grapple. Monks can just
That's
grab motherfuckers.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And to shove.
That's new
Is
grapple.
also
Which, to be
athletics?
fair, vampires have been able to do forever. So,
Weird.
To be
whole thing.
unfair,
Can you
actually,
do-
Yeah.
vampires have been able to do it.
all right. Shove attack. I haven't looked up the rules on shove or watched any TikToks about it, so I'm going to go with the base shove, which is athletics check versus athletics check.
Great.
If you beat them, then they go 5 feet away from you over a wall.
Okay, fuckers, go. Let's go.
Let's see here. That's
Oh shit! That's an actual 20.
oh, they rolled a 5. This guy. Yeah, in the water.
I didn't expect that to work out.
Spikes.
You hear a splash below. Because falling rules are fun in D&D. The moment that you start falling, you instantly plummet 500 feet. Up to
Really?
500 feet, yeah.
Okay, that's my action. I'm gonna... Are these little turret things actually here?
Yes.
Yeah, if I can, I'd like to hide behind, like, this one closer to the darkness.
Okay, so I will say that they are not, there's not like a ledge on the outside of them. So you'd have to like pick a side.
Oh, we don't have the little... These little boxy guys that are hanging out?
Yeah, I mean if you wanted to go on top of it. you
Oh,
could do
right, I
that.
have to keep moving to stay on the wall. Yeah, I'll stick to the side next to the darkness. I'm gonna tuck back there.
Okay, you pop up here right next to this guy. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, ending the surprise round. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Where's that one that was fucking rolling that? Alright. And I have luck points going on. Oh, we're gonna be okay here. 18.
Nice.
It's all gonna work out.
Knock on actual real wood.
Our
That's it.
tavern is made of wood.
It's really real.
It's not fake.
What?
Just great rolls over here for me.
No,
Cool.
that's not what I want.
Keep it up,
Rabbit, you're up
baby.
first.
Great. Oh, so they were bad rolls.
Yeah.
That is great for me. Okay, I know that I can't see in the dark. The darkness. However, I know generally where that ballista is.
Yeah. Also worth noting, as you pop around the corner there, this archer's like, oh, and like knocks an arrow pointed at you.
Which one?
This
The
one.
one right there.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Which is canon because you were on the side of a wall.
I can't see him from where I am.
I
Which is
literally...
like I really can't.
You could be lying to me. If
like
you
a little
hadn't
wizard
picked
man.
him up. Okay, I'll come around so that I'm... Oh, fuck, then everybody's gonna... But if I do anything, everybody's gonna. So I'm just gonna have to play the don't touch me game anyway. I'll come around to the other side of him, kind of so that I want all of this. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
But you-
no. You're... Like, so that I'm... So it's... I'm flanking with me,
Yeah.
is what I
Here.
want.
Or here.
There.
Put
Yep,
me back.
That,
put-
there.
Right there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use my dragon breath for one of my attacks.
Okay. Is that a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. And I'm gonna do that. Would a 20-foot cone hit that darkness cube?
I'm pretty sure.
It's not even a cube.
I think you get that one with the blue.
30 feet? That's 30 feet. Close enough.
Yeah, just chop it down a little.
I'd say you'd hit the ballista and one of the operators.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a dex save.
Okay, for the archer, dexterity saving throw is an 18.
That does save. He'll still take half damage.
Okay, for the guard. Wow, 19.
Okay.
Uh,
Was that a disadvantage?
No, because he's in darkness. Well, does darkness give disadvantage on dex saves?
That's what you just did for
That's
the
true,
other
for
deck save.
For the ballista, that makes sense. The second one was a natural 20.
Right. He's still gonna take half damage.
The ballista automatically fails. It's a construct.
It can't move.
Yeah.
But this one does.
Okie dokie. That is
To that.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
You did it.
13 points of
Is
radiant damage. So half for both of the guys is 6 points of radiant damage.
What was the total again?
13.
13? Yes.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to, on this guy that's standing right in front of me, I'm just gonna kind of like pull my staff out, and I'm just gonna whack him over the top of the head, Rafiki style. But if Rafiki was, filled with murder.
I think Rafiki said out loud, non-lethal. If you really want to.
I'm not saying that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Because every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, it's weird, I could fly.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
24.
24 absolutely hits.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
learn
be
how to
able to
play them.
recognize that,
Yeah.
for 2 years. How would you even? See? It's
And that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not bad.
11.
Takes it across the head, kind of stumbles back, gets his bow ready again, kind of like blinking away the pain.
He's still fine?
The archer is, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and burn a key point. And I'm just gonna kick him with a flurry of blows.
Yeah, go for it.
14?
14 does not make it through the armor.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna kick him again with a different die. No, I'm so sorry. It was less than that.
Okay.
Because my unarmed strike is a +8. Cool. So this one is 24, 16 plus 8.
24 hits, yeah.
And that is 12 points of radiant damage.
Nice. Yeah, it hurts. He's having a bad time. Still standing.
Bro! Okay.
Remember why you're here.
I know, but I can't have these dudes, like, in my shit either. How much movement did I use to get here on this turn?
10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna duck back down under, like, to the wall. I will accept his attempt at an opportunity attack.
Okay, you're like heading down.
Yeah.
All right. He doesn't take an opportunity attack against you.
That's concerning. Okay.
I mean, he's got a bow, so it'd be a disadvantage.
That's fair.
Does that end your turn?
That was less than 60 feet of movement, so I'm gonna start heading that way.
Okay. 5,
Things would have been very different if I had known at the start that there was a man there.
60 feet, you said?
Yeah.
60 feet along the wall gets you to here. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, ending Rabbit's turn brings us to the archers. This guy calls out in a haggard voice, "Intruder!" He says, "Intruder, on me!" And takes aim. He's going to go ahead and fire at you with his longbow.
Great.
As far as the line.
Yeah, he's trained to be on battlements, though. Kind of like leaning over the side.
Beautiful.
25 to hit.
That does hit. Could I go ahead and deflect missiles, though?
Yeah. 8.
I was honestly waiting for that my entire time. I was up on that wall.
12 points of damage.
I automatically catch that because my plus is a 16 to deflect missiles.
Hell yeah. Do you want to send it back at him? With a key point?
Absolutely.
All right, mark off the key point and make a ranged attack roll.
What is that plus?
Is deflect missiles a reaction?
It is a reaction. It just says make a ranged attack roll as
Yeah, so
with a
dexterity.
monk weapon.
So dexterity and proficiency.
Okay. Okay, that's my dexterity. 11 plus proficiency is currently 4. Seven plus 8 is
15.
15.
15 misses. He manages to pull back just as he sees you whipping around and pulls himself up against that little outcropping, and you can hear the arrow as it just kind of like clicks off of it. Continuing the archer's turns.
And I can't do that again. That sucks.
This one's going to step out and be surprised at how close you are to them, but they're still going to take their shot with disadvantage.
Great.
Uh, 12 to hit.
No.
Fully misses, goes past you and down into the water. These guys turn around and see the action. 25. 30 to get a better shot. 20. I'm gonna make a quick athletics check. 11. Takes the rest of their movement, but they manage to climb up on top
I win. I automatically win.
to get a better vantage point at you. Those two are going to make their attacks with their longbows. The first one is 23.
23 hits for sure.
Second one is only 13.
No.
Alright, that's one hit. You take 12 points of piercing damage as a longbow arrow punctures into your side. That's the archers.
And I should get some armor or something. Just a thought that I had.
That ends the archers' turns and brings us to the guards,
Great.
who cannot aim at you from here.
Fantastic. I love that about them.
So they're going to just
I'll kiss them on the mouth.
turn around this way a bit
Okay.
and ready in action to fire if you happen to pop up in front of them.
Okay.
These ones are still very confused and hear the call to attack, but have been told not to leave their post. So they're just going to do the same and kind of like aim in the direction of where they hear shit going down.
How far is the jump between their two walls?
50 feet.
Okay, so they might not hear someone yelling about a dragon. I don't know how far.
At this point,
Yeah, also, when
Sound
abouts
travel.
did that,
That was-
occur?
Right now.
right now, right
It's
at
the end of-
the surprise round.
Whoa.
So, on a 16 perception check, they hear the call to dragon, turn, see it happening. I'm gonna make a quick check. I know our viewers won't be able to see this, but I know that you guys will.
We'll tell you what happens. We promise. Also, we got a bunch of new people in the chat. I just want to shout them out and say hello.
What's up?
Oh, hello.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, this is gonna just be a straight luck roll.
Okay.
You guys want a low roll.
Great.
On a 1 to a 10,
They do not realize that it is.
on a 1 to a 10, they see the dragon, and that immediately strikes them as
Bigger threat.
the danger. Yeah. On a 10 to a 15, no, I'm going to reword that. On a 1 to a 15, then they see the dragon as
Dragon problem.
15 to 20, however, they're going to have seen your breath weapon and
Assume we're buddies.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops.
So you want 15 or lower.
14.
Well, I'm just gonna. Hey, that's the end of that. Cool. That's not like a thing we do now. That'd be rad.
I don't know, is it?
Miranda, back me up. It's the last chance.
That's the thing. We do.
Please. I'm all alone.
That brings us back to the top of the round. Rabbit.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and start with my bonus action. I'm going to Step of the Wind.
Fuck yeah.
And in part of that Step of the Wind, I'm going to go ahead and unfurl my wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to shoopy-doop in an arc behind that ballista.
Yeah, just a quick little shoopy doo.
It's a great song.
In an arc. Mm-hmm. You've got 60 feet of movement.
I have
Correct?
120 feet because I've Stepped of the Wind.
Right. It only takes you 55
Fantastic.
behind the ballista.
Does that thing have wheels by any chance?
It does not appear to be mobile. It's on a swivel, but it's not like it can't be repositioned.
Usually like on a big
Okay.
flock gear. And they kind of like,
No, that's fine then.
Yeah, the guy's got 2 gears. He's got
Can
the
I
road gear
actually-
and the turn gear.
Could I have potentially, I know we don't actually have this wall on our map due to space.
Uh-huh.
Could I get far enough that I could catch these guards and the ballista in a cone?
Yeah, you could have just landed right here.
Phenomenal. I'd love to do that. I would like to breath weapon them once again.
Absolutely.
Could I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
I'm going to roll for the guards as a unit, and then the ballista automatically fails.
Great.
absolute unit.
13 for the guards.
Great.
Does that succeed?
Yes. Or no. It's a 15 to save.
Yeah, so they fail.
Yep.
Everybody takes full damage.
Full damage, alchemist.
God, I wish we had that when we went on break.
We can.
We could do that. I could make the little character card. Well, if you could do some of the design work, I can do the art.
Full Metal Alchemist? Stupid one.
Let's get another read on that. What if he was confused?
Yes.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Imagine you just walked into the room and you didn't know he was coming.
Full Metal Alchemist?
That
You're a
is
big fan.
18 points of radiant damage.
18 points.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 guards are incinerated.
Whee! Yeah.
Okay.
How that ballista doing?
And then, yeah, I'm going to use my...
Ballista is not destroyed. But it is charred and singed.
Yeah, okay. I will use my spear then to go ahead and try and start hacking at the rope.
All right, go ahead and make an attack. Is it your action to do the breath weapon?
No, it's just one of my
One of your
attacks.
attacks. Okay, so your second attack will be called shot, disadvantage. No, not. Oh, shit. I did the old way with you. I didn't adjust the armor class. I had you roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going with that since we already did it once this
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Shit ass balls.
You have luck points.
Can I use that from a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll burn a luck point. It's worth it. Okay. 27?
Yeah, 27 hits for sure.
It was a 3.
So go ahead and roll damage for your spear as if it were a critical hit.
18 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Ow!
On that called shot, bringing the ballista itself down to 4 hit points is more than enough to snap the rope.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. 25?
25. You manage to gracefully backflip out of the way just in time for the insanely, insane tension release of the string. It does not hit you as you back up out of the way. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? That was bonus action, full action, and most of your movement. Well, you Step of the Wind, so you've still got
Most of my movement.
Yeah. I think you've got like 70 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
So.
What is it to use the ring?
I'd say it'd be a free action.
Okay.
To speak.
I'm gonna go ahead. It's gonna reach everybody, but directed at Silas, I'm just gonna say, how's it going on that side? I've got a ballista down.
Silas, you, at this point...
She just finished her turn. We should be equal.
Yeah. Did it only take you the surprise round in one turn to disable both? So yeah, you've got both of your ballistas down if you want to respond.
Well, mine are down on the way to you.
Fantastic.
All right, Silas, we're going to pop over to you really quickly. Do you use your movement to get to...
I was just going to run along the wall, and then at the very last little node, I was going to jump, and then midair, zip to her darkness.
Yeah. Let me look at my picture to make sure I know exactly where you were. I think I remember you being like right here,
Yeah, I was just outside of the shadow.
but on the wall part.
There were a couple of guys.
Just double check.
They were up to no good.
Yeah, started making trust.
What were they doing?
On the bastions, on the battlements. Okay,
We got a one little fight.
50. 50 feet gets you to here. If you want to action to dash.
Yeah.
25. You leap. Bonus action. Shadow step. Can you see through all magical darkness or just the ones that you cast?
I think all magical darkness. It's
Can you read it to me
devil's
again? Because
sight.
it's from your warlock feat, right?
Yeah.
Or your eldritch feat.
You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, a distance of 120.
Holy shit.
Oh, you have superior dark vision too.
Yeah.
We have superior dark vision together.
So you leap, and if you'd like to, you can teleport yourself into this magical darkness.
Yeah.
And be on that ballista.
Yeah, that was the goal.
All right.
So glad you left it on
Because
that
he
one.
just-
I thought you were going to pivot it. Mind you, I had none
I
of this
can't pivot
planned
mine.
when I start. Really?
Mine can't move.
I had none of this planned because I thought
you have to cast it again.
I
Yeah,
thought the
and I only
ballistas
have one.
were steel cables, and I was like, "This, I was like, I'm fucked. My whole idea is fucked."
Not quite.
Yeah, that's me. I mean, action, bonus action, full move. Yeah.
All right.
I imagine like I jump, and like when you drop like a water droplet, it's like the reverse of that. Like the shadow reaches out and like reverse droplets me into the darkness.
Hell yeah. Could I have the two of you re-roll your initiative? I'm gonna leave.
Oh, now that we're in the same zone.
Yeah, I was tracking them separately, but I know that I happen to roll everyone else in the same order, archers and then guards. So we'll just. That's a natural fucking 20.
23. it's a boring natural 20, but it's a nat 20. Hey! And then confetti.
7.
7. It's okay. That works great because then I can just write Silas's name at the top of this column and we're good to go.
4.
All right, ending Silas's turn. After, technically that happened after Rabbit called out, so I'm going to move on to the archers. Who, after that last bit of rolling, 30, kind of like scooting around this magical darkness, not wanting anything to do with that.
Are they checking on the dragon?
This guy's going to make another athletics check to
What a card.
try and leap down. Oh, that was like 113. He makes it down. 30 and 30. They have plenty of range. They begin firing off rounds at the massive figure of the
Wonderful.
dragon, which is still being fired upon by the guys on the other side as well.
I mean, I think by the point that I'm here, the ballista should be pretty close to have fired through it.
Yeah, so I'll...
It should be either dissipating or dissipated, if I could say.
Oh, does it go away when it's...
If someone realizes, that person sees it as invisible, like it starts to disappear. To
Well,
that
the
one
people who fired that ballista, though, were in darkness, so they couldn't see what they were hitting.
Oh yeah.
So far, nobody's put it together.
However,
And
the
they gone.
archers on the other side, because it is technically their turn as well. I'm just going to roll a perception check. No, it would be investigation.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll an investigation check to see if any of them notice the ballista in the darkness that moves through it, the bolt in the darkness. So let's see. Investigation for the archers. They get no pluses to this. That's a 13. Doesn't beat the DC 15 of the deck.
Finally,
There's a
this
fucking dragon on the wall, man.
these cards came through. Finally.
He's letting out the longest roar and just really putting off attacking anyone. All of these archers use their actions to fire arrows at it. Ending the archer's turn brings us to the guards. Silas, make a dexterity saving throw as this one turns in your direction.
Oh no.
+8. 6 + 8.
14.
14.
I've also been having a hard time.
14 is enough, especially since you can see in the magical darkness. You manage to duck down just in time to miss as the ballista is kind of like cranking in the direction to point the other direction. It's that direction a lot. And it doesn't hit you and knock you off the wall.
The direction is directioning.
That is the guards'
Directly.
turns, and that's going to bring us back to the top of the round. Silas.
Okay. I am going to bonus action rage.
I forget you can do that.
Subtract those. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action Raj.
Oh yeah, the shadow coalesces around you.
And then just like wearing the shadow like a hoodie a little bit. I'll just like pull the thing apart using my claw attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Call shot disadvantage. If you're going directly for the string.
Yeah, I'm going directly for the string. That's going to mess up the entire juju of this roll now that I've messed up all of those.
You should always roll the big boys one at a time. I've
Yeah.
only ever rolled poorly if I roll 2 jumbos at once.
9 + 8 is 17.
17? 17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and this is a crit, because it was a call shot.
11.
Nice.
Not bad.
That's
I was kind of convinced this was going to be an unmitigated disaster.
same. I really, if you were going to say it's made out of steel, I was like, cool, we're dead. Then I
Does
just,
steel exist? Isn't steel like a compound metal?
Well, you know
Steel
what I mean?
exists.
Like
There are
metal.
steel
Yeah,
weapons.
there's steel things.
All right.
We wouldn't have dwarves if steel didn't exist
This reminds me,
of some sort.
Aurora and Cholula,
Yeah.
with everything popping off on the walls above, I need each of you to make. Well, firstly, I'll set the scene. People in the buildings around you can hear the things going off through the torchlight that is on top of the walls, which is like there's like a little torch atop each one of these guys. You can see vague shadows and shapes. You see this massive draconic form that is giving off its own light as it like breathes fire into the air that actually gives off mild heat, and you can hear the people around you starting to panic a little bit. People in the buildings. What do you do to calm them? I'll start with Cholula, and then we'll hop over to Aurora. Aurora, you feel Drip tightly clutching at your arm beside you.
They would have heard go before the dragon, right?
Yeah, we goad.
Yeah.
We
When
goed
they-
before the
when
darkness
he
was cast.
Was first like when they got halfway up the wall, he said go, and so people would have already been on their way out.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, they would have already.
Yeah.
Because Cholula and
Like as soon
Aurora
as the
got.
distraction was starting upstairs.
We promise.
Okay.
I can
Well,
make the
we'll
chat
just say,
tell you
for
if
the
you
sake
want.
Of,
But yeah, the
for the sake
people-
of this is a bunch of commoners, and that
Yeah.
happened literally 12 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're just
Nothing
saying
has
maybe the
really
panic
happened.
is not in the buildings. Maybe it's kind
Yeah,
of
as the
amidst
people are coming out in the streets and all of this stuff is starting to go down, you can see people starting to panic. How do you try to quell their fears?
Cholula kind of with arm motions is like
You can talk. You have your bubble lets you talk.
Yeah.
I know, but we're trying to be stealthy.
Oh yeah.
right?
You're
So
also
they-
underwater.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Yeah,
60 feet.
Yeah, you're under 30 feet, or 40 feet, I think we said,
Yeah.
of water at the sea floor leading out the gate.
But I do love what you just did.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you should
This-
change anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a
We're
persuasion
sticking with
check.
it. Okay.
There's nothing makes you feel more calm than when somebody is just like, that? Who gives a shit?
That happens all the time.
Okay. Persuasion.
Persuasion. You have a +8 to this. So, depending.
Are you proficient in persuasion?
Sure am.
You can't roll lower than a 10.
Yeah, you have an 18.
18 at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
22.
thank you. 22.
You manage to keep your side as the two like groupings of people, and not just like along the ground like the SpongeBob style fish walking on the sand, but like these are people who were born and live in the water, so they are, you know, well accustomed to swimming in school like motions together. Keeping your side calm as the two paths from the buildings are diverging. People are getting out of the gate and starting to spread out and fan out in different directions, so that it's not to be like a clump to be a target.
To easily be shot with a ballista.
Exactly. Aurora, similar thing is happening on your side. You feel drip clutching onto your arm. How do you calm your citizens?
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights, but in just like a real soft blue, and I'm going to sort of push the lights forward and like in the direction that we're supposed to be traveling, and I'm gonna just sort of wave my arms. We're gonna go this way.
You
It's
have
okay.
one light in your hands.
Yeah, we're gonna go this way.
So calming. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. $16.
16. You manage to keep the lights low enough and dim enough. They're like just going along the sand of the ocean
Like
floor.
movie theater lights.
Yeah. And so dim that the people around you can see them, and it is calming. It's showing them where to go, but not so bright that anyone on the surface would be able to see. Wonderful. Very well done. Now, I'm going to roll a d100 for the guards on top of the walls.
Ew, no.
In this round, there's a 20% chance of them realizing that this is some sort of distraction. I'm going to actually lower that because I didn't account for red dragon on the wall. I'm going to make it a 15% chance.
Okay.
I need to roll a 15 or lower. I'll do this in the open as
I'm
well.
gonna do
Sorry,
this too,
audience.
because-
We can't move the whole camera down for you.
What is that? What is that? No.
No.
What?
That's a 1.
Did you just
No.
roll a
I
1?
just rolled a 1 on a d100.
You just rolled a 1. That
Can
one's
I?
probably cocked,
Can one?
right?
Wait. Can a person?
I'll check it.
Can we use a luck check on something like this?
I'll allow it.
There's this one.
What?
Well, that restore balance, it
just-
wasn't like advantage or disadvantage. It was just a
Yeah.
d100 roll. But I would say that, Rabbit, if you want to burn your final luck point
Hello.
to have me re-roll this d100.
I do want that. It says I can only. It says D20s,
Fuck it.
but
I make the rules here.
but I need it.
23.
Dude, roll over 30.
We just needed him to get over 15.
I know, but jeez. It's like one of them almost caught a glimpse of something. Screw that. I don't
Yeah.
like that moment in movies.
Yeah, the archers on the wall are none the wiser and are defending the city from this dragon attack. This disgusting, disgusting draconic creature that would dare try and infiltrate this city that is owned now by the Silver Stake. Enemies to creatures like this.
Oh yeah.
That
I didn't even take that into account.
I certainly did.
I was just trying to do the gambit thing.
that's what's going on below the walls. Back up top. That brings us back to Silas's turn.
Yeah, I did one pull on the string.
Right. It begins snapping and pulling, still connected at the moment.
Cool. I'm going to take a step back and allow my shadow to uppercut the string. It's the tail attack, but
Yeah, for sure.
using it as an extension of him. It's got a 10-foot reach, so I'm going to step back 10 feet.
Yeah, good call.
Like, yeah.
well,
whatever
But yeah,
that is.
because to be getting at the string, you'd be on the other side anyway, so you could hop around yonder.
He's stuck into the darkness.
Oh shit.
It's on brand.
It's a nat 20 or a 12, whichever one you want.
It was a disadvantage, so the 12. Oh, that will take.
I thought I got you.
Sad.
The 12 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Critted?
Yes, it is a crit.
That's a D8 because it's the tail. Shit. 10 points of damage. I keep forgetting that the tail has a reaction block.
Oh, that's sick. Is that like a shield for you?
Yeah, it effectively is like shield.
Oh, fuck.
That's rad.
And it's still 10 feet.
10 points is enough. You manage to, once again, 10 feet back. You don't even have to roll a dexterity saving throw as you sever the bow portion, the string.
There's a better word, and I can't think of it either.
Yeah. It snaps. The two guys standing next to it need to make their dexterity saving throws, thank you, at disadvantage because they are still standing in complete darkness.
It's so dark, so spooky.
I'm scared.
A natural 20 and a 3
Oh,
is a failure.
one of them is fucked.
I think it was both of them at disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, once again,
Oh yeah, because why would it?
severed
Everyone.
in pieces. Ballista taken down.
Silas,
Silas is
no!
No.
All right.
Could I?
That's your action. It was your bonus action to rage.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right. Ending Silas's turn brings us to Rabbit.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd
say,
like to
Rabbit,
just-
you are not yet aware that this ballista has been handled. Because
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
know
meant
that
to
he's in there.
communicate that.
I would allow that if you want to use your free
Yeah,
action.
I'll say third one down. That's all I'll say.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'll...
Which Rabbit you know is the fourth one because you just took this one down.
Great, I'm just gonna karate chop it real fast, make sure that it can't be used
Yeah, making a
at
attack.
all today.
Arm strike.
16 plus 8 is 24.
That hits.
You know it's D&D night. We can feed
8
you.
points of damage.
8 points of damage.
I'll call it radiant, just...
Yeah, as you
Say
do one
fuck
more
it.
radiant punch of light that just kind of like crackles and bursts in the darkness around you, you actually break off half of the bow. And it is fully, like, before they would have to restring it for it to be used, now they'd have to rebuild it. They'd have to, like,
Fuck
patch it.
yeah, dude.
Gorgeous.
Get him.
Alright, I'm going to, through the ring, I'm going to call out to our friends under the water. Kitten, Lamb, how's it going down there? And I'm going to prepare to, I'm going to get to the edge, closest to the water.
Okay, just here? Mm-hmm. Okay. I
And
will say, you were informed that I forgot her name. Nori and Mantis would be waiting for you guys as close to the bastions as possible to help aid you in your swim.
okay, I'll start heading closer to the darkness then.
Okay. So you started
Along the wall or...
Along the wall.
along the side of the wall?
No, along like the...
Okay. 30, 40, 50, 55, 60 gets you right to the edge of the darkness.
Great. As soon as everybody gives the things seem to be going well, I'll jump.
All right. Seeing as how I don't have you in initiative order, Aurora and Cholula, you hear this call from Rabbit.
Things seem to be going well. No, I'm gonna say safe so far. I don't want to use that many words.
What?
Yeah, Cholula tells you that it's safe so far.
Great.
Aurora, you can respond to it if you'd like.
Here, Cholula, give the affirm. I'm
Alright.
not gonna waste
Also,
words.
both of them would have heard Silas and I confirming that the ballistas are
Yeah.
down.
True.
I don't think you've confirmed on the
Oh,
last one.
I will also, at the end of mine, I'll be like, all ballistas down.
Okay, good to know. Ending Rabbit's turn brings us to the archers. Make one more investigation check. No pluses. DC 15. 7.
Dude.
You can kiss the card. Nobody's gonna be upset with you.
So much.
They are just firing at the dragon from both sides.
This is amazing. It's the strongest dragon that's ever been born.
I'm gonna make another quick luck check for you guys. You want 15 or higher.
If you roll another 1, I'm going to bed. Like,
17?
I thought you had the percentile again.
Nobody goes down because they have enough hit points it wouldn't matter. But hails of arrows from both sides being fired at the dragon pass through and then rain down on the other archers that are firing, sticking into them. You hear them calling out, screaming out, I should say. That's the archers' turns. All the guards are dead.
It's like we got like all of the like 80s bad guy hordes that are just like we can't hit the good guys.
Back at the top of the round, Silas.
He touches some kitty toes. Not kitty
She looks
toes.
mad.
She
Cat
always looks
toes.
mad.
She's a CB.
That's the face she's making.
Oh, she loves you. Slow blinks her love.
I'm not going to throw this next card, but the shadow is.
Okay.
And I want it to be known that the laughter is audible from the shadow and
Oh.
not from Silas.
Yeah.
All right.
A number of voices.
Oh no.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
And
You good in
also,
there?
worth noting for you, Silas, you'd probably be aware they thought they were drawing from a different deck.
Oh, that's fun. Holy! What does that
Can
mean?
you hold it up?
Oh, right. Sorry.
That is the Ace of Clubs.
I'm gonna throw it as far back as I can. I think it's a 30-foot. Yeah, 30. I don't know what
Actually
it
have
is.
one of these. 30 feet behind you, you said?
Behind the guards, like further. Yeah,
30 there?
30 from me would be the actual distance. So yeah.
Today. Watch as a massive iron construct rises up from the ground and creaks and moans as it takes a step forward. This one's missing his arm, but it's wielding a massive steel or iron sword, I should say.
Oh my gosh.
As you hear this like metallic, almost roar that's like the sound of cogs grinding and scraping against one another that calls out. These guys on their turn are going to turn around and just shit their pants. Hell yeah. Is that all you want to do on your turn, Silas?
No. I'm gonna be pretty troubled by the shadow's action. That I'm just gonna like drop the darkness and dive into the water, like close to the bastion.
You drop your darkness over here. This one's rabbits.
Oh, I would, yeah.
And yeah, you leap off and dive into the water. As a monk with slow fall, no
Yeah.
problem.
I'd like dive with form, but my shadow like slows me down just before I hit the water.
Yeah, like rises up and grabs you and pulls you in. Hell yeah, that's Silas's turn. Rabbit.
Yeah, as soon as I see Silas drop out from under the darkness, I will follow.
Yeah.
And my slow fall differently is just like a quick flash of my wings right before I hit
Yeah.
surface.
Hell yeah.
Like every time you try to pad a landing in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's just a quick like. Except it's glowing and radiant
Yeah.
and beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. Both of you hit the water.
Just dying in that game.
Do what?
Breath of the Wild is not. I'm not having a great time.
You're not having
Really?
a good time.
Oh no.
I am dying.
Yeah, that's it is the most dying.
You gotta go somewhere else.
Zelda game for sure.
I can't.
When you leave the castle, don't go directly north. Go east. Or not the castle,
The plateau.
the big
The
plateau.
shrine.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
go straight north, it's hell.
Baby.
If you follow the first couple of like
Find the
quests,
Rito
you're
village.
safe.
All right. You all, rather, the two of you, leap down into the water with a splash, diving.
Would there even be that much of a splash with a slow fall?
No, and
I
also
guess it
the
would just be
sound.
like a-
Yeah, and it wouldn't really be that audible anyway because of the sounds of the waves lapping against the walls themselves, regardless. So, let me get my music in order.
Oh, you should put that in the Discord.
Yeah.
Hashtag watching Arcanarama live. If you are new to Arcanarama, I know there's a couple of you in here. 2 heads up that you should know. In order to win the giveaway, you have to be a follower by clicking the little heart. It is free to you. Second, in the About section of our page here on Twitch, there is a link to our Discord where we post things that happen during the show live and many other things when we're not in the middle of doing this game.
And
Lovely
you'll
to
probably
meet
be
you.
the first to know about the new round of prizes when we get those in the Discord. So just do your thing. You know how the internet works.
Oh, she's just a little baby.
The 2 of you splash down into the water, where waiting for you are Nori and Mantis. Who
You
each...
see any lights laying around? Any of?
Yeah, you see like a little track along the floor.
I think everything went well up there.
Right, but we better be quick about it then. I'm with
I
you.
think that they think we're fighting a dragon right now. And I'll grab like his arm or whatever.
He like calls. He lets you know to like grab onto his belt
Okay.
in the back, and he begins swimming. You kind of hold yourself off to the side so the massive undulating tail doesn't hit you.
I don't like the word undulating.
It undulates.
Too late. It's
It's
too
moist.
late now.
It's a moist, undulating corpuscle.
Silas, Nori just kind of like takes you by the hand, and the way that she swims is more like flying. She doesn't have to like swim herself.
kinda-
She just kind of like moves through the water gracefully, and is pulling you along beside her. Aurora and Cholula, you're navigating the people. You see the last couple are going through, and Aurora, you feel a hand clutch onto your arm, and turning to look, you expect to see drip. But you're instead shocked to see, slowly becoming opaque from translucency, the dark brown skin, black hair, and piercing violet eyes of Argilus Alston, your mother. She wears a bubble veil similar to your own. She kind of pulls you off to the side for a moment. Cholula, make a perception check.
Okay, baby.
So
Where
small.
my dice tray, baby.
Hide my shame, Robbie. I have to bathroom.
I'll just roll over here. 25.
25. From your perspective, you see Aurora's kind of pulled off to the side by Drip.
No.
Are we anywhere near them at this point?
You and Silas are being pulled along with the rest of the refugees, spreading out into the ocean.
So we can't see.
Correct. They're on the these two are on the other side, the inside of the wall still.
Does it seem weird to me that she's getting pulled aside while we're trying to escape the city?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Oh, that is an 8.
No, you know that this young lady has kind of attached herself to Aurora over the last day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Out of earshot, Aurora, you hear. It's time to halt this nonsense, Aurora. I prefer if you'd come with me willingly, but I will use force if I have to. She kind of glances over in Cholula's direction as she says this. Join me, and I'll let your friends and these creatures go. Refuse, or should your friends try to get in my way, I'll lay waste to all of them. Tell them through your communicator ring to leave you behind. Tell them that it's what you want.
Why would I come with you? Why would I? Why? What? Why? Why would I do that? That
You
doesn't
need
make
an
any sense.
example. She turns and looks at Cholula again.
No. Stop. You can just stop.
Fuck. So I'm gonna twist my ring, and through the ring, I'm gonna say, fuck.
You guys go ahead. Drip saw someone stuck. I'm gonna go try to help.
But I would, I'd like to use the Medallion of Thoughts and use up its last charge for today to dive deep into Cholula's thoughts so that she knows that I'm there.
Okay. Cholula, you feel this pressure on your mind. Is there a saving throw involved in that? Or is it just when you dive deeper, they're aware?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, Cholula.
Your dice tray looks a little full.
Yeah. What is it, baby?
I cannot for your
That is
games.
13.
I believe that fails.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh, right, because it's an item. It's not your spellcasting modifier. You feel this pressure, but you push it off, and you... Have you used this on Cholula before?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah. I'd say it's unfamiliar to you.
Okay.
Would
But-
it be familiar to her in the sense of somebody who used to dig around in people's brains that was in their party?
It's like, they've seen me do it. They know I've done it, but like...
Well, they used to have a party member who would just suddenly pop on into your brain.
Oh, that's true. Well, that wasn't so much popping into their brain as it was ghosts whispering in their
Oh,
ears.
yeah. What I'm saying is, Cholula is very familiar with people using her brain to try and say things.
I would
So,
say...
if I make the save, am I still aware that you tried?
Yes.
But do I
Yes.
know that it's you, or do I just know that a spell was cast and someone tried to get into my thoughts?
I think you just know that a spell was cast. I don't think it makes you aware of the
Succeeds, the
casting.
spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts.
Huh.
The creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
I'd
It
say-
says knows you.
Yeah,
so
I'd
I
say
don't know if
based on
that's-
that wording, I'd say that you would be aware that it was Aurora.
Okay. I'm gonna glance back over at their position, I guess, and be like, what the fuck? And just kind of see what's going on over there if I can.
Okay, I'm gonna make a quick insight check. Can you make... This wouldn't be deception. This would be persuasion.
Okay.
She's so comfy.
She's so comfortable.
Oh man, I love that. It's just
We should
the
just
front.
get her own dice tray,
Yeah,
to be
we
honest.
really should.
Listen, I've seen this thing about like cats and they'll like start to mirror you. I think that she's like, oh,
You guys
dice
are
tray.
enjoying a time?
I'm gonna dice tray.
22.
22. That was versus her insight, so she doesn't seem to notice that you are aware that something's up.
Okay.
You see Drip's attention is focused on Aurora.
Okay. But she still looks like Drip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope you made it convincing. Now come with me. She begins not swimming, but just kind of floating upwards, still holding on to your arm. Do you follow willingly?
Yeah.
All right.
Can we respond to the ring thing?
Yeah.
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 What's going on? Are we diverting from the plan? We're almost out.
We saw someone trapped. Like they're got stuck. I'm gonna try to pop it open and
Cholula, make an
rejoin.
insight check. At that point, you guys run out of words on the ring for the day.
You have been a generous dungeon master.
That's an out one.
Somebody must be stuck at the top of one of these buildings. And Drip appears to be leading the way. They get weirdly close to the surface, though. And then they're at the surface. Then there's this seeming explosion. This kind of like spherical sphere of water spreads out, filled with air, and then collapses into itself, splashing up out of the ocean surface into the air as she casts Thunderstep. And you are a willing creature, so the two of you teleport elsewhere.
So I see that.
You see this massive explosion and then a splash, and the two of them are gone.
How are we on people exiting?
Drip was the last one.
Okay, so now it's just me chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Arrows are falling, not dangerously, but just kind of like ricocheting off of the walls and falling into the water from those attacking it, the image of the dragon, and now the the iron construct atop the wall.
So I guess I'll try to use the ring and then realize it's not working. They've already both passed me with Nori?
They landed on the outside and met up with Mantis and Nori and are being pulled out into the open ocean.
But in theory,
Okay.
it was requested that you would also have somebody.
Which I guess
Fully.
would have been Drip.
Everybody should have
We
had
don't
someone.
have, yeah, we requested to Mantis before we left, like, hey, we're gonna need somebody faster.
That's true. So there's probably a couple of nameless Tritons on the other side of the wall looking at you like...
Big buff men Tritons.
Ooh.
Okay.
If that's
Tempting.
what you like.
One's
Yeah.
a big buff lady.
Yeah. Take me to my friends. Quickly.
Yeah. Grabs you, pulls you out. You all confer. Somebody roll a d10.
I got it.
I changed. Yeah, d10. Yeah. This is to see how many minutes it takes you to catch up.
4.
Not bad. Takes you about 4 minutes, but you manage to catch up to Mantis and Nori pulling Silas and Rabbit.
Something
How
is
did-
wrong.
What?
Yeah, the ring ran out of words. What is happening?
Aurora was talking to Drip about someone being stuck or whatnot, but they went up to the surface and there was an explosion and she disappeared.
Who the fuck is Drip?
The young one. They were talking about drawings.
I've never met this one.
She was in the warehouse.
Is there, Mr.
Angsty.
Mr. Rainbows? Oh, I'm just patting his ass.
It's Mantis.
Mantis,
Darling.
I need that to swim if you
Sweet
wouldn't
cheeks.
mind. If we've got to get out the radius. Can I
I
help you?
understand. Can you talk and swim?
Yes.
Do you know of a kid named Drip?
No? Is that like maybe like a chosen name?
It was a.
Do you know?
What
like
did they look like?
I don't know of any children named Drip, no.
like an angsty teen.
I think I saw one in the warehouse a couple of times.
Yes, she was with Aurora and talking about drawing.
Right, today,
Have you ever
yes. She was
seen her-
watching her draw.
Before?
Now that you mention it, no.
Something's amiss. What happened?
I assumed maybe she came in off of the street. I don't know, I'm not familiar with everyone in the city.
Fire. It's huge.
Well, you heard what she said, and it looked like they were conferring, and then they started to go towards what I thought they would be breaking someone out of, but then they went up towards the surface, and once they made it there was an explosion, and they disappeared.
You didn't think to stop them or ask Aurora what was going on?
I mean, we all tried to ask Aurora what was going on, and we lost connection.
But you could see them. Are we not going back to see? Are we not going back?
We can, but I think they're gone.
But by the time we get back there, your illusion's gonna have run out, and so is our darkness.
I've got to see to my people. I can't go back. I've got to make sure that we make it safely to Dorfalos. You're welcome to do as you wish. You've done so much for us as it is, but we can't turn back and go into the city now.
We can't investigate that whole city amongst ourselves.
Maybe we go to the cart and wait a bit, and
She could.
worst comes to worst, tomorrow's starting soon, and we can use the ring again.
We'll need to move the cart. They're probably going to send their forces outwards to search. It's all illusion up there. They're going to be checking the entire perimeter.
We'll need to be close-ish. Because the rings only reach 10 miles. We have to be at least close enough to the city that we can try to get a hold of Aurora.
Right.
We can just hide out in the woods overnight.
Does her family have ways of... I don't know what sort of powers they have.
She's magical, and so
It wasn't mentioned.
I mean, there was a note about them being here.
But did the note say that they could communicate with one another?
No.
and she didn't inform them that she was here.
The cart in Marsendale or Dorfalos?
She knew that if we couldn't get to the cart, we would go to Mossendale.
Yes.
Marsendale it is. We have to inform someone else of the siege that is taking place here.
It'll
There's
be
still
easier to
people in
get to
there.
her if we can get reinforcements, but we're not going to be able to swim all the way back there ourselves. Not before our bubbles run out of air and before everything else turns to shit in that city.
Fine. Let's get to the cart.
Right.
It was wonderful meeting you, Mantis. Take care of your people and let Mistwalkers or something, and I'll swim off on his own towards the shore.
Yeah, as you're
We'll
beginning to peel
try
off.
and rejoin you as soon as possible in Dorfalos.
Right. Look forward to seeing you there. I'll scout it out myself to make sure it's safe before anyone goes inside. Thank you again
Good.
for your service.
Are you going with them, Nori?
She kind of looks at Mantis and then looks back at all of you. The college isn't in Dorfalos, is it?
No.
Guess I should go with you.
Come on.
Right. You all begin making your way to the shore. Could I have everyone except for Miranda please leave the table?
Oh no!
Box is right there. It's full of tissues.
Yeah, I know. He already got me with a youth.
Yeah.
Don't tell your friends your
As
weaknesses.
soon as he described overalls, I was like, is this pointed directly at Miranda?
You find yourself about... Let me actually check on this. Oops, that's the wrong spell. There you are, Thunderstep. You find yourself only about 90 feet away from where you had previously swam up with Argilus, and then found yourself quickly transported. There's this strange feeling as you displace the water around you, and then feel its pressure again, and you find yourself much closer to the border of the district. Argilus, hand still on your arm, is just kind of pulling you through the water. And you come to the edge of this seemingly impossible waterfall. And as she steps through and pulls you through, you find yourself having weight again. She is still, however, just kind of hovering above the ground as she drags you. There are still blockades along this portion of the city, and there are several archers and crossbowmen and cannons set up in various positions along this kind of makeshift blockade. They do not fire. They seem to have been expecting Argilus to return this direction. As she brings you into the land side of Altanen. She takes you past the blockade and out of earshot of a lot of the kind of Silver Stake foot soldiers, if you will. I'll have you know that I revoked your position as an apostate. Your record has been all but cleared. You're welcome. I see you've made some dangerous friends.
I'm gonna sort of pull my arm from her grasp.
Mm-hmm. She kind of stops and turns to look you up and down.
I am more dangerous. I'm not even human anymore. I'm not even.
Without even asking, she just kind of like puts a hand up to your face and like lifts your mouth to like get a look at your new vampiric fangs. Looks over you and is just kind of. I can see that. We'll have to do something about this.
I like the way I am now. I can do things that I never even thought were possible. I'm fine.
Well, I can't very well have my own daughter suffering the sanguine curse. An upper-ranking member of the Silver Stake, the sacker of Altanen. We're going to have to do something about this.
Yes.
She turns and continues walking. We can walk and talk.
The sacker of Altanen? What do you mean? I've never even been inside the city walls for more than 2 seconds.
Oh, I wasn't referring to you, child. I was referring to myself. You see, this city is mine now. I make the rules here. Or should I say, the Silver Stake makes the rules here. But I think we both know how that's going, don't we?
Obviously pretty horrible. I mean, you lost Rovengul.
We lost Rovengul. We lost the Silver Flame. But, as is the case, when someone higher up is forced from their position, it leaves a vacuum, a space that needs to be filled. I'm an opportunist. So, let's do something about this curse. And as she leads you away, forcefully this time, do you resist?
A little bit.
She turns as you're resisting, kind of looks over you. Make an insight check.
$23.
23. You see this twitch to her violet eyes. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as she looks at you and says, "Writhe."
What's 18 plus 3? Fuck.
21?
21?
21 saves. She looks expectant, but you resist, and she narrows her eyes again. She kind of straightens herself up. I see we'll have to do this a different way. And this time she twists her fingers, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
15?
15 fails. As your eyes gloss over, you feel your eyelids lower and your vision change, but it's like you're pulled within yourself. almost like you're looking through your own eyes as if they were a window to the outside world. She smirks. That's better. And turns and begins walking, and against your will, your body moves and follows as she casts Dominate Person. And leads you into a nearby building. Could I have everyone please rejoin us at the table?
Hey, nerds! He's going!
What did he do to you?
I'm dying.
What did he do?
I think I'm dying, like legitimately.
Sam, get in here. Come get your man.
You're not dying, you're just being reformed. Takes the better part of 15 minutes, but you all make your way to the shore, eventually far enough out that the gate guards wouldn't be able to see you through the darkness, even if they were as good at seeing through the dark as some of you. And you travel across the land,
Fuck yeah, dude.
searching far and wide. Thank you.
From Pokemon?
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Eventually coming across your cart right where you left it. It has kind of like kneeled down into that weird like laying down horse position where the legs are kind of tucked up under it. As you approach, it
Most
does
horses
kind of like...
sleep like they're fucking dead bodies. It's a little upsetting.
As you approach, however, it straightens itself and stands as if sensing your approach.
As we were crossing, did we get the sense that any, like, guards that were within the city knew that some shit was going on? That were, like, search parties coming out or anything?
Make a perception check.
18. Oh, wait. That makes that a 10. So, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You notice that there's movement atop the walls. Seems to be people shifting positions. On a dirty 20, you can also see that those who are evacuating their positions on the front side of the wall are being replaced by people coming up out of the battlements from the ground. And you get the sense that there is definitely a commotion, but you don't see any search parties coming out of the city.
Okay.
If anything, the focus is shifting more towards the back.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they're coming out to search the beach or anything, so we might be able to stay here and just wait for Aurora. See if she's able to come.
As long as we keep watches, it shouldn't
And if she doesn't?
be a major problem.
If she doesn't, then as soon
we'll
as
try
we
and reach
hit
out
the,
to her in the morning.
as soon as we hit dawn, we'll use the rings and see if she's even still inside the city. Did I recognize the explosion as like
Make an Arcana check.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
14?
14? Okay. It was definitely magical in nature, but you don't know exactly what happened.
Okay.
You don't know the nature of the spell or anything about it, but
Okay.
it definitely wasn't a natural occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
As you all make camp around your cart and
I'm gonna set an alarm and sort of a radius.
for a second I thought you meant like to wake up in the morning. I was like, you don't have to do that. Yes, you set up an alarm as a perimeter around you.
Yeah.
As you all begin to take your rest, Silas, make a perception check, taking first watch.
Okay. I'm just gonna be trained towards Altanen if I can. 24.
24. At the beginning of your watch, you can still see little gouts of illusory flame from a dragon's mouth in the distance that eventually dissipates. at some point they saw through the illusion and someone seems to have picked up the card or gotten rid of it. It's otherwise a pretty quiet night. No one passes you on the path during your 3-hour watch. And interestingly, no one enters the city. No one exits the city either. Typically, like if a city weren't under siege and was just a normal city, there would be, trade and commerce and travel in and out pretty consistently on a daily basis. But there is none of that in Altanen. You don't know if that's because of the siege or what the deal is.
Just gonna twirl that other deck of cards all evening.
Yeah, you do. Occasionally, as you're twirling it, you see as your shadow kind of like in place of like where one of your fingers just was kind of lingers a bit longer. You swat it away. And your watch comes to an end. Who's second watch? Go ahead and make a perception check, Rabbit.
No one has come in or out. I'm gonna get some rest.
No, don't roll dice on here. Roll them from my hands.
Listen, look. Even now we're twins.
How could you break my heart like that? 12.
12. Same story. The city is quiet. The torchlight continues to glow atop the walls, making it this kind of strange beacon along the obsidian coast. No one goes in, no one comes out. No one passes you on the road. And your watch passes.
My wash?
Your wash.
Your wash patches. You washed all the patches.
I'll wake Cholula.
At this point, as you're waking Cholula, it has been about 6 hours. No word from Aurora.
Nothing yet. I haven't seen anybody come in, go out since we got here.
Alright.
You should be able to contact her before the end of your watch.
Right. I'll try.
And as soon as does a long rest, like, if I got 3 hours before my watch, do I just need 1 more hour before I've long rested?
Correct.
Okay, so as soon as I finish up that hour of trancing, I'll wake up and sit with Cholula.
Okay, so, yeah. On that note, I'd say, Cholula, you could make your perception check with advantage.
Okay. Very
Same letters?
good. I mean, it doesn't matter because of the thing that I have.
Oh, sorry.
It's a 2 and a 3, but it's automatically a 10, so it's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's quite a thing. Is that a feat
Right?
or a?
It's a rogue.
It's just a rogue feature.
thing.
Reliable talent. If you're proficient in a skill, you can't roll lower than a 10.
If you set that to
And
one of the big 3, then you're set for life. That's insane.
Dexterity. Or acrobatics, rather.
Persuasion, perception.
Stealth and perception.
Or thieves' tools if you're more of like a break-in and a B&E rogue.
I feel like that one's less vital to survival.
Well, it depends how you play it. If you get arrested a lot, it's incredibly vital. All right. With each passing moment, there's this growing unease and anxiety, especially as the sun begins to crest over, as the sun begins to kind of paint the sky behind you, still tucked behind the mountains, but as morning arrives, and you can see just that faint little shimmer return to your rings, and you don't hear anything.
Okay. If I say something through the rings right now, I imagine it will wake up Silas.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's morning.
Okay.
Everyone
Well,
is browsing.
during my watch, I wanted to send a bird
Okay.
to the guy.
Valdwin?
Yeah. The very busy man.
Yes, the Dean of the Vein at
He's
Wilt
so
Bloom
busy.
College.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a paper bird saying that the stake has taken Altanen, possibly Aurora, and also we found someone that needs your help. We're planning to bring to the college, but please, spread the word. We need to gather forces.
All right. You write the note. The bird flutters off. There's always that moment of tension.
Forgive me.
Baldwin is dead.
Forgive me. Was there any mention of escorting citizens out of the things?
Probably that would be in-person information, so as not to risk their location if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, if that would add like a sense of urgency to something.
They're going to a different place. He'd be like, "Why
Yeah,
is that
he gets
my
this note and
problem?"
he's just like,
Right.
trash.
You all wonder why I scoff at him.
And then I'll use the ring and just say, Aurora, are you there?
There's a pause. No response.
I'm going to repeat the same thing.
No response.
Do I hear it?
You don't. Because shortly after you walked into the building,
She fucking taking my ring.
she took all of your items.
What the fuck?
She took your ring. She took your book. Not only did she take it, you willingly handed it over. Not willingly. Your body acted independently of your mind. But she would ask you to do something, and you would do it. And then, as if to salt the wound, she had you put on your own manacles. And then locked you in. Make a perception check, Aurora.
Why? 17.
17. You see, as she's gathering your things and placing most of them into a bag of holding that she keeps at her side, she takes the ring and kind of looks it over before placing it on her own finger and exiting the room. Moments later, not moments later, the next morning, you awaken from a rough night's sleep, back in control of yourself. And you look over and there's someone else in this cell with you. No manacles on the hands. You see Alliston looking down at you, a little worried. I told you not to come back here. We don't have long. We've got to get out. Places his hand on you, and you're no longer in the cell.
Most twins can't do that.
No, I fear it.
That's why bunk beds are made out of lead.
It's to trap them. It's to keep them contained.
Aurora, make a quick wisdom saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You have this weird feeling of familiarity lingering with confusion. You look at Alliston, and he looks just like you. He is your twin. His ears are a little longer than you remember, his nose slightly more pointed. As suddenly you're surrounded by greenery. It's as if he transported you to the inside of a shrub. And it reminds you of the little bush alcove that you all passed when you went by the remains of the Silver Stake camp. But you can still see drawings on the floor. Make an investigation check. 14.
Wait, did you say investigation?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I read intimidation because I'm dumb.
No worries.
That's a 17.
17.
Ooh.
Nice. That's much better.
This is the best I've rolled ever.
It's a gift from fates.
No better
All of
time
my
than now.
friends.
You see familiar drawings, things that you drew years ago, years and years and years ago. On a 17 investigation check, there's something strange about these drawings, though. The paper that they're drawn on doesn't seem to have aged at all. Looking around the space, down to the little candles set up for light, the little various trinkets hanging around the place. Everything looks exactly the same. Alliston leads you out into the open, and you find yourself somewhere that you haven't been in a long time. And then it clicks. Alliston wasn't always your brother. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Arcanarama.
What was he?
I don't want to talk about it.
I do.
I feel like I can wait a couple of weeks.
We'll talk after the fact. We can talk when the cameras go down. But yeah, this isn't the last time that Miranda will be with us. So there are still things to explore here with Aurora and what's going on.
You think I'm not gonna fucking visit? You think I'm not gonna come home?
No, you have to.
Yeah.
Before we go, we do have a giveaway to announce.
If we did want to know if, because we had so many new people
Yeah.
in this week, if you wouldn't mind if we go through the announcements and
Yeah.
explain what needs to happen to win the giveaway, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely,
Give them a chance to
absolutely.
enter while
Yeah.
we go through the announcements.
Yeah. So, to be eligible to win, you've got to be a follower of us here on Twitch.
Click the heart.
Click the heart. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you anything, and it makes you eligible to participate in the giveaways. And I can see if you're a follower if you enter and aren't. So you can't win if you do that. So you gotta just be a follower.
These are really rad.
To enter, type the word Bastion in the chat, Bastion, to enter to be eligible to win. You got to be a follower. Can't be from Quebec, unfortunately. They have laws against giveaways and things and the like. Running back through announcements. Here we are. Okay. We're going to be off for the next 2 weeks. We're going on a much-needed vacation. So
Miranda's moving.
Miranda's moving to Washington State. This is Miranda's last live stream with us. We'll get to that in a second. We're going to be off on the 10th and the 17th of September, but we'll be back in action on September 24th with the Order of Heralds one-shot, where we'll explore the dangers and wonder of the courier system of Kavora, our homebrew world, with special guests and sponsor of the show, the Gilded Rogue himself, McCall Clark, a.k.a. Cookie Dog.
Cookie dog.
Dog.
The time off is a great opportunity to catch up on past episodes over on our YouTube channel. There's a link in our About section, or if you just go to YouTube and type Arcanarama in the search bar, we should be just about the only thing that shows up at this point.
Just about.
You can subscribe while you're there to support what we do and to get help us get to that 100 subscriber mark so that we can have our own custom URL, so I can just say youtube.com/Arcanarama instead of what I just said.
Wouldn't it be sick?
Big thanks to Butterfly4205 for getting that into the chat.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Butterfly. Always on top of that
We
shit.
love you, Butterfly.
As we mentioned before, Miranda is going to be moving to Washington State very, very soon. So this is her last live stream with us, which, that said, if you still want to experience the sweet, sweet Miranda goodness, we have something that will be going live on YouTube and probably on Spotify as well, an all-new actual play podcast that Taylor is going to be running for us, known as
Oh, it's gonna be this voice.
It's gonna be so sick.
Just this one.
They're also,
It's
I
just
don't know,
this one.
it sounds like there's going to be a secret
NPC.
other player that we won't reveal just
Oh,
yet.
yeah,
But there
that
might be somebody else joining us that you've heard about from behind the scenes of our
Well,
Arcanarama.
you've already ruined it. There's like a coin flip at this
There's
point.
like
It's
10,
one of two people.
there's actually like more people than you would think, like
Yeah.
kind of on the back of this whole
That is
Fix
true.
what? Fix the
shebang.
It's my mom.
It's Taylor's mom.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing.
It's all of our moms.
We're gonna be doing Frontier, which is just like a sci-fi. Started writing it before Spelljammer. Eat shit. It's
It's a whole different vibe. Spelljammer
Yeah.
is Treasure Planet, and we're doing more like Star Trek
Yeah.
Next Gen.
We could talk
Yeah.
about Treasure Planet later.
yeah.
Every day.
It's more like Hitchhiker's Guide, Star Trek Next Gen meets well, no, there's really no really good analogous way to put that.
It's like
People-
futuristic
Meets the
sci-fi.
magic system of 5th edition.
But I was post stream.
Anyway,
No, but
Don't.
it's
I'm
gonna be like
not.
it's gonna be like a radio show. There's gonna be sound effects. We have like music like that is going to be dedicated to it. It's gonna be super rad. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so that's
You
going to
should
be
join us.
Yeah, it's going to be Taylor DMing for all of us plus one potentially. It's going to be a good time. I'm very jazzed.
make sure to follow us on social media. There's links in the About section, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us at Arcanarama Show or TikTok at Arcanarama. I'm sure we'll be making announcements there and here in our announcements on the front and back end of this show, because sometimes you gotta do it twice.
Yeah. I think that's everything for now.
There is just quick update. As you're all entering giveaways, if you're not a follower, you do have to be a follower to win the giveaway. We are 2 followers away from 200. At 200 followers, we will be planning a super sexy art stream where we turn all of the monsters from the Monster Manual into sexy thirst traps
For charity.
for charity. So the closer we get to that, the closer you are to seeing men's tits.
Tits out.
Yeah, during our announcements today, I think the word was bulge. The one we were
was
throwing
bulge.
around.
Where was the word?
Spread the word.
Yeah.
It's
Said
gonna-
the word of the day.
And big thanks to Bonnerval for throwing our socials up into the chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? While we're here, huge shout out to.
Who are these new kids?
Yeah, we got a couple of new guys.
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Let me back it up so I can see. Yeah, we got Alcatraz earlier today. We got Trout Mask 3 hours ago. Shout out to Trout Mask. And Spark Resistor.
Spark Resistor.
That's a good one.
Sounds like you'll fit
Yeah.
right in with Frontier.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Before we go, let's announce the winner of the Fable Fire Electric
Also,
Glacier
Miranda has
Dice
to open.
giveaway. Oh yeah, we gotta open those
Yeah.
minis too. We'll do this first. The winner of the Fable Fire Dice
Dice.
giveaway
Is
Alphabet 85. Congratulations, Alphabet 85. We send out our giveaways at the end of the month.
Which will be this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll happen in the next couple days.
Yeah. So those will be coming out soon. Yeah, let's do that unboxing. Throw it over to Miranda Cam, which is Miranda camera and also a shot of Miranda and me. Cameron.
Hi, what's up? How are you guys? How are the vibes? How are the feelings? Oh man.
We'll talk about what just happened when the cameras go down. If anybody is interested, I'll see what I can get cleared to talk about in the Discord. I'll probably put it in watching Arcanarama live.
Sick.
Because that's kind of like our
Under like
spoiler.
a spoiler tag.
Yeah, it's our spoiler channel. But yeah, I know that you guys are probably wondering what the fuck.
Yeah.
I am.
I also don't watch the private moments if I rewatch a session,
That's fair.
but I
feel
really
like I'm
wanted
cheating.
to go back to last week
You should.
and watch the two like private
Yeah.
segments.
They're really sick. You should do it.
I think I have an idea.
I know we got shushed at one point. Stream director came in and was just like,
You just
Shut the
closed
fuck up.
the
close the door.
We need to put that on-air light up. I keep looking at it. And they
Okay, but it doesn't help if we're
have
the
one?
problems.
You guys know you're on air.
I know. It's kind of cool. If we're gonna dedicate this whole. It is.
Okay. Hi, there's a big boy, but I feel like, it's always fun. It's always sexier when you save this for last,
this mean-
you
Start
know?
with the little guys.
Start with those little guys.
Yeah, I think Dark Phoenix Born won this one.
Yes, Dark Phoenix Born did win this one.
It's a little fish guy. He's a little guy who's a fish.
What is this?
Catfish guy.
Lacatha. Oh no, I can't read. Thank you. He's a little fish guy. He's got a little spear. He can chuck it.
Lakatha.
I was close.
Seattle Troll.
Ooh, okay. This looks like a little ice spirit guy. He's kind of sick.
He's clear.
That's one of those like.
A method.
Yeah, methods.
Oh,
you
ice
drew a buff one.
methods? Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, I
drew
made
a
a
buff
I
one.
made a muscle method, and it's a nightmare.
Oh man.
It had human nipples.
Did it look like my chop?
I'll find
or...
kind of, but instead of 2 arms, it was like a very buff set of wings.
Sick.
I'll see if I can find it on my computer and put it in the Discord, because that's the kind of shit that you can look forward to in our charity stream when we hit 200 followers.
A skeletal sentinel, which really just looks like a Draugr, if we're
Yeah.
being honest. That noise in Skyrim scared me for months.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there were
man.
a couple times in Skyrim where I just like threw the controller.
Dude,
Wow.
scariest like video game undead sound has got to be the dude.
Left 4
the-
Dead 4.
No. Half-Life 2, the head crab zombies that are just like
Yeah,
darkness.
those
It's
No,
the
ones that
worst.
sound like cows. They sound like angry cows from a distance. I hate that.
Oh, I-
sound
You
so
got a snow
much.
He got a big snowball.
He got big snowball.
That's fine. And a belly.
He's got a belly on.
I love it.
Very cool though. He's very thick.
We did it.
He's a thick boy.
Hell yeah. Thanks everybody
Are
for tuning in.
those teeth?
I think that those are teeth, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna put him
Oh, yeah.
right back.
Shout out from to
Oh yes.
is it Sir Gregory Stitchery? That's the
Yes.
store, correct? They're currently running a 10% off in their Etsy store for Arcanarama friends, even when it's not a holiday, with the code Arcanarama in all caps. The Labor Day sale runs through Monday, 9/5 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot of very cool, very fun embroidery stuff. We need to do that blanket as one of our giveaways when we come back from our break.
Right.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We have a very special blanket stitched by Submergent Stories, aka Drowned in Books, aka Sir Gregory Stitchery.
Yeah.
That is to give away for all of our fans. They are cooling. They're
Yeah.
cooling
Cooling
blankets. So if you live in hell like us,
It's a necessity. Yeah, super rad.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will catch you on the 25th for the Order of Heralds one shot, and then back in October to the main campaign. We'll see you all then. But until then, go to YouTube and rewatch, if you haven't seen everything, or just if you want to check it out. But until then, stay safe out there, adventurers. Happy move day. Almost to you. Happy move day. You're going to Washington. Happy move day to you in several weeks.
Hello, hi, I don't believe in blowing out candles. Over cake.